your home for Arkansas Travelers baseball. This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
It's time for Arkansas Travelers baseball. Brought to you by AT&T, Coca-Cola, Allstate Insurance, ITT Technical Institute, Miller Lite, and Arkansas Federal Credit Union. Now, let's head to the ballpark for the ITT Tech pregame show. Here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Phil Elson.
Live from Little Rock, Arkansas Traveler Baseball is on the air. Hello again, everybody. Very pleasant good evening to you. Welcome to Raywinder Field. Tonight, minor league baseball and the Texas League present the Arkansas Travelers and the Tulsa Drillers in Game 5 of a 5-game series. Welcome out here to the ballpark. This is Phil Elson with you on Little Rock ESPN 1380 for the Travs ITT Tech pregame show. And the Travs in their 5th game of this series, 5th home game of the season, trying for their first win at Raywinder Field. Boy, yesterday, a very memorable night for anybody that was at the ballpark. Very comfortable night and a pretty exciting game in which we saw 6 home runs leave the ballpark. Brandon Wood and Joe Koshansky putting on the big part of the display, each of them with 2 home runs. Wood found the freeway twice. Koshansky hit a mammoth ball onto the freeway, along with a shot that gave the Drillers an extra run in the 9th inning, and they would need it because the Travs brought the tying run to the plate in the 9th inning, and they actually had the tying run on base in the 9th when Brandon Wood struck out on a pitch in the dirt to end the game. It was Tulsa, with their 4th straight victory over the Travs, have a record now of 9-4, while the Travs, after starting with 6 wins in their first 9 games, have now dropped to 6-7. First time they've had a losing record here in the early portion of the season. So the Travs tonight will turn to Chris Hunter, who's the last pitcher to win a game for Arkansas. He defeated the Wichita Wranglers last Saturday in the final game of his series at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Hunter 1-0 and a 6.35 ERA. The Drillers send one of their top prospects, hard-throwing right-hander Ubaldo Jiménez, to the mound. Jiménez, who was held out of his first start of the season, will make his 2nd appearance of the year. He got tagged last time out, giving up 6 runs in 4 2/3 innings in taking a loss. This is also the first day of the season that we've had some weather come through. Of course, if you were in central Arkansas, you heard the weather yesterday. Some of the loudest thunderclaps that I've ever heard in my life, and it certainly woke up a lot of the ball players over at the Hilton in by University, and the Travs also woken up a few times about 4 in the morning. But there hasn't been any rain falling here at least by Raywinder Field since very early in the morning. The field was covered after the game last night, so it should be in pretty good condition. While there is a chance for rain later tonight, it looks like we'll be able to get most of the ball game in before any rain starts to hit us. So if you had some thoughts about coming out to the ballpark and enjoying Thursday night at Raywinder Field, well, come out and do so. Arkansas Travelers and the Tulsa Drillers in the 5th game of the 5-game series. And coming up next on the ITT Tech pregame show, we'll check out last night's Texas League box scores, let you know how the Angels farm teams did as well here on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live, make it a better place. Introducing the new ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I take a sip, I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, stay with me. What's your name?
Robert.
Okay, Robert, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight down to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite. Open one, take a sip, and everything should be right back to normal.
Okay.
Don't worry, Robert. It's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress headaches, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Asheboro, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
Use direction.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back on the ITT Tech pregame show from Ray Winder Field in Little Rock, I'm Phil Elson with you. A reminder that earnings potential can increase with higher education, and you can chart a new career path with the help of an ITT Technical Institute program of study. To learn more, just go online to itt-tech.edu. Checking out the Texas League box scores yesterday, the Springfield Cardinals defeated Wichita with a 6-2 final score. Jared Hoffpower and Iker Franco each hit a home run as the Cardinals rallied in the bottom of the seventh inning for 4 runs to take the lead for good. Rico Washington, their third baseman, with a couple of RBIs as well. Corey Doyne pitched the final 2 innings, striking out 3, did not allow a base runner, and Rich Calamandri got his first win of the year in relief. Over in the South Division, the Frisco Rough Riders at a 3-1 win over the San Antonio Missions. They won it with 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th and a run in the bottom of the 8th. Luke Grayson, a couple of RBIs, and Vince Sinisi finished 2 for 3 for the winning Frisco Rough Rider. Stephen Rowe got the win. Jesse Chavez, 2 no-hit innings for the save. And also in the North, Corpus Christi got a home run from Josh Bonifay, a 2-run shot in the 7th inning. It was Bonifay's 3rd of the year. Josh Fagan also drove in a pair of runs, and the Hooks defeated Midland 5-4. Paul Estrada, 3 innings in relief for the win. The loss went to Sean Cohn. He falls to 1-1. So the Texas League standings show a 3-way tie in the South Division with Corpus Christi, Frisco, and Midland at 7-6. San Antonio 2 games off the pace with 5 wins and 8 losses. The Tulsa Drillers in front in the North Division at 9-4 for the league's best record. Springfield in second place, 1 game back. The Travelers, who are 6-7, are 3 out. And the last place Wichita Wranglers with the league's worst record come in today 3-10. Texas League action today. Corpus Christi and Midland have already started their game at Citibank Ballpark in the Permian Basin. It's a 0-0 score in the first. Starting in about 2 minutes will be Frisco hosting San Antonio. And the Springfield Cardinals play host to Wichita tonight at 10 minutes after 7. We'll keep you updated on those scores on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard as we get throughout this broadcast today. Well, the Angels today defeated Minnesota 6-4 to take 2 games of the 3-game series. Kevin Gregg got the win in relief after he was called up yesterday from AAA Salt Lake. The Angels had to make a move that put Bartolo Colon on the disabled list, 15-day DL. Now, this move has not yet affected the Travelers, but keep your eyes on this, folks. There's a good chance that the Angels may have to bring up somebody from Arkansas up to AAA. Greg gets the win, 4 innings of relief work, and Frankie Rodriguez with his 5th save, an inning and a third of scoreless ball. Darren Erstad, 3 for 5. Adam Kennedy was 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs. Jose Molina also knocked in 2. Former Traveler Casey Cotrin finished 0 for 5 with 1 run batted in. To win, the Angels now have a record of 8-8. They're 1 game in front of Oakland and Seattle for first in the American League West. In AAA, Salt Lake shut out Tucson yesterday, 6-0. Jared Weaver, 6 innings of 5 hit balls, struck out 6 for his second win. Matt Wilhite and Jason Bulger cleaned it up from there to salt the game away. Dallas McPherson hit a 3-run homer, just his second of the year. Starting to come out of it a little bit of a slump. He's hitting .216. He was about at 150 a week ago. So the Bees with some good play this year. They're at 8-5 and taking on Tacoma again tonight. Down at Rancho Cucamonga in the California League, the Quakes were 9-1 winners over Lake Elsinore. Rafael Rodriguez now with 3 wins and no losses with a 0.53 ERA. Struck out 6 in 5 innings of work, giving up just 1 run. Rafael Rodriguez, a name to keep your eye on, certainly a future Traveler pitcher after going 3-0 to start this year. Sean Rodriguez, the shortstop for the Quakes, and Devin Day, the second baseman, led the way. 16 hits for Rancho, 3 each for Rodriguez and Day. Quakes playing some great ball as well. Rancho Cucamonga is 8-4 and 1 game in first place in the California League South. In the Midwest League yesterday, Cedar Rapids was held to 7 hits. They were shut out by West Michigan 4-0. And that'll drop the Colonels into a 4-way tie for second place in the West Division of the Midwest League, 7 wins and 6 losses. That's your Angels Farm Report, brought to you by AgPro of England. And you can always sign up for some of AgPro's to put on a display of their outstanding John Deere products. They'll even do it at your own house. Sign up for their demo at agprocompanies.com. AgPro of Central Arkansas, located in Pine Bluff, Maumelle, Stuttgart, and England. First pitch in about 10 minutes. We'll take a break and return with the Major League scores brought to you by Southwest Airlines here on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better, all because two great companies that you know and trust, have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and FCC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with products and services to keep you connected to work, home, to life. Introducing the new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell.
My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Quitting smoking is hard, and it's even harder to do it alone. The good news is there is help. Just call the SOS Quit line. 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the information and program you need to get free of tobacco. And the service is free, too. Try it. Call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and start to get free. I promise, it's a great feeling. 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call today.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Welcome back to the Travelers ITT Tech pregame show here on Little Rock's ESPN 1380 and MinorLeagueBaseball.com. I'm Phil Elson with you as we wrap up this series. 5-game set with the Drillers, and the Tulsa Drillers going for the sweep of the Trabs. Tomorrow it'll be the Wichita Wranglers in town to kick off that 5-game series. Trabs played very well against the Wranglers. They beat them 4 games of 5 last week in the last 5 games of that 9-game road trip. Don't forget that tomorrow night, Organ Donor Awareness Night here at Raywinder Field. In fact, Aurora's own Miss Arkansas, Eudora Mosby, will be performing the national anthem, and she'll throw out the ceremonial first pitch. And there'll be a balloon release before the game, all brought to you by the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency. Get them online at aurora.org. Also, magnetic schedules given away to the first 1,000 paid fans, courtesy of the Arkansas Oral Health Coalition. And if you're listening up in Cabot or Jacksonville, there's free tickets for tomorrow's game located at First Arkansas Bank of Trust in either Cabot or Jacksonville. You can also get that at McDonald's or Cupid's, but only in Cabot and Jacksonville. 7:10 first pitch tomorrow and Saturday. And don't forget the Jim Eldridge Sports Fund presenting the Kids Clinic Sunday afternoon. Gates open 12:30. We'll have that Kids Clinic at 12:45 on the field with Travelers players and coaches. Game time 2 o'clock on Sunday. And if you're a member of AARP, get in for free on Sunday just by showing a valid membership card. Let's have a look at the Southwest Airlines Major League scoreboard. See how the teams are doing today. As mentioned, the Angels have already finished a win over Minnesota 6-4. And so the Halos 8-8 fall Minnesota to 7-8. The Baltimore Orioles with another comeback win over Cleveland. Not as dramatic as yesterday. This time the Orioles win 9-4 on the strength of a 6-run rally in the bottom of the 6th inning. That'll get the Tribe to 9-7, and the Orioles off their record at 10-7. Javi Lopez and Miguel Tejada went deep for the Birds, and the Tribe got homers from Eddie Perez and Victor Martinez. Eric Bedard, the winner, he's 4-0. Fausto Carmona takes the loss and falls to 1-1. Baltimore Orioles. Very surprising how they've jumped out of the gate with 2 games in back of these freaking Boston Red Sox, who are in action right now. Sorry about them in just a minute. How about the Detroit Tigers? Barry Zito was in line for the win. The A's had a 3-1 lead going into the 9th inning, but the Tigers rallied for 3 runs in the 9th and pulled off the 4-3 victory at Oakland. The Tigers are now 9-7. Oakland falls to 7-9. Boston right now tied with Tampa Bay in the top of the 4th inning. It's a 1-1 score. Dustin Moore hit his second home run for the first place Red Sox. Texas and Seattle tonight at Safeco Field, a 9:05 first pitch. It'll be Vicente Padilla for the Rangers and Joe Pinheiro for the Ends. Only one current game in progress in the National League. It's the Nationals walloping the Phillies 9-2 in the top of the 3rd. A Nick Johnson home run, his 4th. And again, the Nats up by 7 runs in only the 3rd inning at Philadelphia. 7:05 first pitch in Milwaukee with the Cincinnati Reds sending Dave Williams against Tomooka. The Giants are in Arizona today. It'll be Jared Wright for the Giants, and Claudio Vargas for the Diamondbacks. The Mets and the Padres in San Diego. Steve Traxel and Jake Teavee will be on the mound. We'll keep you updated on all the Major League scores and the Texas League scores as we go throughout the broadcast on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. But for right now, we got to take another break. We'll come back with the starting lineup for the Travelers and the Drillers as they wrap up this 5-game series at Ray Winder Field. This is Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Sid Gutierrez had a childhood much like you'd expect growing up in 1960s New Mexico. A lot of sun, a lot of sky, and a lot of dreams about what you might be when you grow up. After school, many of Sid's friends went on to work for local factories and businesses. Some moved away, but none moved as far away as Sid. Sid Gutierrez is recognized as the first Hispanic to pilot a space shuttle, and he's a member of the International Space Hall of Fame. But before he went into space, he went to Webster University. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
Choose your reward with Arkansas Federal's new Platinum Rewards MasterCard. Cashback, airline miles, or merchandise points, and you'll never pay an annual fee. For limited time, we'll give you 1,000 reward points, and you'll get a low 6.9% annual percentage rate for the life of balance transfers. For details, call Arkansas Federal Credit Union at 982-1000 or apply online at aspu.org. Arkansas Federal, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Ready, set, go.
The smooth, rich tones of Isom Kelly performing the Star-Spangled Banner, as only Isom can. Might have the world's deepest voice, certainly the deepest voice in the Texas League. Phil Elson with you at Ray Winder Field as we wrap up this series with the AA affiliates of the Colorado Rockies and the LA Angels. Let's get to the starting lineup. We'll begin with the Tulsa Drillers. 9 wins, 4 losses for first place Tulsa. They are managed by Stu Cole. Tonight, Troy Tulowitski leading off, playing at shortstop. Batting second for Tulsa, center fielder Jordan Zarnicki. Designated hitter Ian Stewart batting in the 3-hole. He rides a 10-game batting streak into this game. Joe Koshansky yesterday had 12 total bases, is batting cleanup and playing first base. Batting fifth and in left field is Judd Thigpen. Christian Colonel in the 6-hole is at right field. Matt McCree batting seventh, playing second base. Chris Ianetta has the catching duties for Tulsa. He'll bat eighth. And batting ninth is the third baseman Doug Bernier. The Arkansas Travelers post a record of 6-7, 3 games back in the Texas League North. Manager Tyrone Boykin has a little bit of a different lineup today. Dwayne Bacon is not in the lineup for the first time this year. He's on the bench. Aaron Peel leads off today. He'll be in right field. Batting second for the Travelers and at second base, Eric Rodland. Longest active streak for the Travs, 8 games in a row. He's had a base hit. Brandon Wood announced his presence with authority yesterday with a 2-home-run game. 4th multi-homer game of his career. He's batting third. He'll play shortstop. Matt Brown also went deep yesterday. He's cleaning up. He'll be at third base. Mike Elwood in the 5 spot, designated hitter this evening. The catcher Bobby Wilson batting 6th. In the 7-hole for the Travelers, and in center field today, Jason Espito. Greg Porter batting 8th. He'll be at first base. And batting 9th is left fielder David Gates. Your starting pitching matchup for tonight, you got a right-hander for each team. One, a power pitcher, that's Ubaldo Jiménez. Jiménez, 6 feet 2 inches tall, 205 pounds. He's from San Cristobal of the Dominican Republic and is 21 years old at the start of this season. 29 wins, 26 losses in a career with a 4.07 ERA. Jiménez can dial a fastball into the high 90s. He also throws a hard slider and working on a changeup, but underline working on that changeup. It's still a pitch in progress, and just about everything from Jiménez comes at you hard. The numbers for Jiménez is an only start of the year. They're not pretty. 4 2/3 innings. He gave up 10 hits to the Springfield Cardinals, including a home run, 6 runs total. Did strike out 6, but also walked 2. Pitching tonight for the Arkansas Travelers is Chris Hunter, more of a finesse pitcher, not strikeout kind of guy. sinker slider fastball. And in 2 games, he's got 1 win, no losses with a 6.35 ERA. Hunter at 6'4", weighs 205 pounds. He's 25 years old from Alpine, Utah, and in his 3rd professional season. Hunter was the last Traveler pitcher to pick up a win, doing so on Saturday. He defeated the Wichita Wranglers with 6 strong innings, limiting Wichita to 5 base hits and 3 runs. He struck out 2 and also walked 2. One other thing perhaps to look out for in this game. Yesterday, Traveler pitchers hit 4 Tulsa batters. None of them were intentional, at least none of them seemed to be. But after a team has 4 of their batters hit in 1 game, whether you want to believe it or not, there's got to be some retribution. And you just wonder if the Drillers will send Jiménez or anybody else at some point or another, when the time is right, perhaps to plunk one of the Traveler hitters. That might be something to look out for today. Well, they go the Travs will take their positions. We've had the lineups exchange, our umpires for this game, and right now we only have 2. Here comes the 3rd. Cale Varnson behind the plate, Kenny Banya calling the outs at 3rd base, and Art Vandelay is at 1st base. Travs take their positions. We'll have one more break. We'll return with the first pitch. Tulsa Drillers and your Arkansas Travelers wrapping up a 5-game series. And what looks like, as of now, a pretty comfortable night at Ray Winder Field. And you can also tune in right here on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
In sports, a cheer can be a great way to get your team pumped up. Here at FedEx, we want you to be pumped up about shipping with FedEx Ground. So we thought we'd do a little cheer of our own. Is everyone ready? Then let's get this party started.
Ready, let's go! Hey, people in the stand, get up and clap for.
FedEx Ground.
Hey, people in the stand, get up and clap.
Your feet. Because FedEx Ground is a reliable and cost-effective way to handle all your day-to-day shipping needs. FedEx Ground. FedEx Ground. That was Sticky Fresh. I do not know about you, but I am pumped to the max. Woo-hoo. For more information, go to FedEx.com. Relax. It's FedEx.
KDXE, North Little Rock.
Travs are out on the field, and Chris Hunter throwing his warm-ups at the moment. Big game here for the Travs. You don't want to come into Little Rock, your first 5 games, drop all 5 of them. They have been tight ones, but the Drillers have been able to pull out the victories without really beating themselves. Travs yesterday, it's tough to lose a game when you hit 4 homers. But all 4 home runs yesterday were solo shots, and the Travs committing 4 errors. That also did not help. Arkansas pitchers yesterday gave up 3 unearned runs. The Travs lost by 2. So they'll certainly have to field the ball a little bit cleaner today in order to pick up the victory. This Tulsa ball club, they've gotten out of the gate very quickly. In fact, they've scored 3 runs over the last 2 games in the first inning. And they were ahead 2-0 before the Travs even come to the plate yesterday. So Chris Hunter warming up for the Travs. Ray Winder Field, 400 feet is the deepest part of the park. That's just to the left of center field. Center field 390. To the right field corner, 345 and 330 to the left field line. 20 to 22 foot fence all the way around with a screen monster hovering over right field all the way into center, about 60 feet tall. Interstate 630 zooming past right field and over to center as well. Turning out to be a nice night for baseball here in central Arkansas. There's still some clouds in the sky, and yes, there's a chance for rain, but it never rains at Ray Winder Field. And we know that to be a true fact. 74 degrees at game time, and Chris Hunter will throw the first pitch of the night to Troy Tulowitski for a called strike, and we are underway. 7:14 first pitch, and again 74 degrees at game time. Tulowitski has started yesterday's game with a double and later scored. Hunter comes with a breaking ball, and Tulowitski is able to hold back with a swing, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. He'll be followed by Jordan Zarnicki and Ian Stewart. Tulowitski had missed a couple of games after being hit on the knee in his first at-bat on Sunday. Hunter with a slider, and that missed low, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Tulowitski hitting .306, no home runs, 5 RBI. Right-handed batter. He wiggles the bat pretty high above his head. Hunter's 2-1 is fouled off into the ground towards the third base coach's area. Nice change up there from Chris, and it's 2-2. Chris Hunter in his first year at Double-A. He actually had Triple-A experience before he ever came to Double-A. Pitched in 8 games with the Stingers last year in the Coast League. 2-2 pitch, swung on, ground ball up the middle and into center field. And Troy Tulowitski starts today's game with a single after beginning yesterday's game with a double. Drillers have had the leadoff man reach in 4 of the 5 games of this series now. And Tulowitski, that's the 3rd time that he has started the game reaching base. So here comes Zarnicki. This is the first start for Zarnicki during the series. He'd been out with a little bit of a sickness. He just hadn't been feeling up to snuff. Had quite a start to his season. 4 home runs in the first 11 games with 10 RBI. First pitch on the way, and he lofts a fly ball into right field, and that falls in for a base hit. There's going to be 2 aboard and nobody out for the 3-hitter Ian Stewart. Tulowitski holding at second base, and Zarnicki getting a base hit in his first at-bat of the ball game. Ball wasn't hit very well by Zarnicki, but just placed into the right spot, about 10 feet in the shallow right field. Here's Ian Stewart, left-hand batter. He's hit in 10 consecutive games. The Drillers, when they've been set up like this, quite often they'll go for the sac bunt. We'll see, but he's not going to bunt. Let's take the first pitch low, ball 1. Stewart, over the 4 games of the series, has 5 hits and 5 RBI. That includes a triple and a 2-run single. 1 ball, no strikes. Hunter sets, hits a glance at second base, and delivers the pitch to Stewart, and it's a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Rather infield playing for Stewart to pull the ball on the right side. Brandon Wood, the shortstop, a couple of steps behind the runner. Round way off the third. Hunter's 1-1 to Stewart, has popped up on the infield. Got him in front of a changeup. And here comes Matt Brown in as the infield fly rule is called. Brown will make the catch off to the side of the pitcher's mound for out number 1. Nice job by Hunter. Here comes the toughest out, Joe Koshansky. At least he was the toughest out in last night's game. Put on quite a display. 2-run double in the first inning, a double and a run scored in the third. And after walking in the fourth, he homered in the 6th and 7th and 9th inning. First home run went over the screen monster to right field. The second one dead center field, about halfway up the screen. Big left-hand batter. Hunter from the stretch, a 2-on and 1 out. First pitch is a little outside, ball 1. So the last time that the Travelers retired Koshansky was on Tuesday in the 6th inning when he struck out. He's got 6 hits in his last 8 at-bats. Hunter might have to be careful. Here's the 1-0. And the slider for a strike. It broke right over the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Nice-looking pitch from Hunter. Koshansky in 13 games is .321, 4 homers, tied with Zarnicki for the Tulsa lead. His 12 RBI is best on the Drillers. Hunter lifts the leg, turns to second base. No throw, no one's covering. Tulowitski back. Good speed on the bases for the Drillers. Tulowitski and Zarnicki, they both can run pretty well. Hunter sets just above his belt, now delivers the pitch, and the 1-1 is a little low and away again. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. So all told for Koshansky yesterday, 2 homers, 2 doubles, 5 RBI, 12 total bases. Somehow he found a way to outshine Brandon Wood, and great night for Wood at the plate. Hunter's 2-1 pitch is a little outside again. When he's missing, he's not missing by much, but it is a little bit off the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike to the dangerous Joe Koshansky. Judd Thigpen waiting on deck. Big pitch coming up here for Hunter. He kicks, turns back to second base, and holds on to the ball. And Koshansky will just stay in the batter's box. Deep in the box, but he spreads his feet out. Good 1.5 feet. Stretched by Hunter. The kick, the 3-1 is low, and that'll load the bases with a 1-out walk. For Chris Hunter, that's his third walk of the year. 2 hits means he's given up 13 in 11 2/3 innings. 2 home runs. Both of them came against Springfield on April 9th. So just as the last 2 games, a chance for the Drillers to get ahead of the first inning. Bases loaded, 1 out, just Big Pen the batter, and Hunter gets him out in front of a breaking ball and swinging him in. Strike 1. Big Pen, who in the second game of this series went 4 for 4, was 1 for 3 yesterday, scored a run. The 0-1 is another slider. It's called for strike 2. Hunter looked pretty sharp with that breaking ball in the early going. Uses 2 of them to get ahead of Big Pen. A .255 hitter with 5 RBIs, no home run. Infield a double play depth, but Hunter a strike away from the second out. And here's the right-hander's pitch. It's high and inside for ball 1. Drillers get their 9th opportunity with the bases loaded already this year. The Travelers, meanwhile, have had only 3 chances. Another pitch. And it's in the dirt, blocked by Bobby Wilson, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outfielders given a little bit of room towards the left field corner. Gates in left, Espino in center, Peel in right. All the infielders, normal double play depth. Brown at third, Wood at short, Rodlin and Porter on the right side. Catcher Wilson sets up on the inside corner. Hunter's delivery hits the batter. Oh, my goodness. That's the 7th hit batter in this series. And it'll make it a 1-0 Tulsa lead as Big Pen drives in a run. 6th hitter of the inning comes to the plate, Christian Colonel. Colonel has 3 hits and 15 at-bats over the series. Right-hand hitter. Hunter to the plate. Changeup fouled into the ground, strike 1. Big Ben, he was hit yesterday in the first inning. Same thing today. Chris Hunter ahead of Colonel 0-1. Pitch on the way, and it's lined back up the middle, but Rodlin takes it on a bounce, flips over to Wood for an out, over to first to rack him up for 2. And they get a double play to get out of the inning. Too bad it didn't come against Big Ben. The Drillers score 1 run on 2 base hits. They leave 2, and it's 1-0 Tulsa going into the bottom of the first on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
In 1998, New York City Marathon runner German Silva made a huge mistake. 1/2 mile from the finish line, he took a wrong turn. When he heard yells from the crowd and saw the looks on their faces, he realized his mistake. He immediately turned around, but the error cost him a crucial 15 seconds. His only hope for winning now was to sprint to make up for lost distance. Did he have the energy? Could he do it? He later said, "Too much work had gone into this race. I had to fight it out." He was able to make up the lost distance and finish first in his division, but only because he refused to allow a wrong turn to knock him out of his quest for the prize. I'm Mark Evans, pastor of the church at Rock Creek. You know, there are times in life when we make a wrong turn, but when we discover that it was a wrong turn, the wise person changes direction.
Cotton candy here. Get your cod. Any peanuts? Nope. Hot dog? Slushy? Nada. Camel corn? No. Can I get something other than cotton candy? Pink or blue, mister. Pink or blue.
Variety is a good thing, especially when it comes to orthopedic services. That's why Baptist Health in Ortho, Arkansas provides the most comprehensive orthopedic care the state has to offer. From outpatient procedures to rehabilitation and prevention. To reach a specialist or for more information, call Baptist Health Healthline at 227-8478 and get back to the things you love.
Actually, I do have peanuts. Really? Nah, just kidding.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom of the first inning, and the Travelers trailing 1-0. It is the 3rd consecutive game that the Travs come to the plate with their first at-bat and already find themselves trailing the Tulsa Drillers. So Tulsa is a team that's been used to getting ahead this season. They did so quite a bit in their first 2 series of the year. The Drillers have now scored first in 9 of 14 games this year, and they're 6-2 when scoring the game's first run. A little bit of its new dynamic to the Traveler batting order today with Aaron Peel in the leadoff spot. Wayne Bacon getting a day off after going with 3 hits, including his first home run yesterday. Peel to start the game, right-hand batter playing right field. Pitch on the way from Ubaldo Jiménez for a called strike. Jiménez, classic power pitcher. Fastball in the high 90s. Slider, still working on a change. The 0-1 to Peel. And he pitched it towards the first base side, but it's foul. And it's strike 2. Jiménez, when he was signed in 2002 as a 16-year-old in the Dominican Republic, was 6'2", 165 pounds. He put on some weight. He's grown 2 inches. The 0-2 pitch is on the way, and it hit Peel's bat while he tried to duck underneath the pitch. It stayed foul. It's going to be a foul ball. And I've seen other times before where a pitch like that, which is closer to the batter's head than the plate, hits the bat, goes in play, and the pitcher throws him out at first. Good thing for Peel that it stayed foul. The 0-2, strike 3 called. Fastball outside half of the plate, and there's 1 away. You see, what's Jiménez at now? He gained 2 inches and 45 pounds since he was 16 years old. Well, I mean, he hit the growth spurt. That was 5 years ago. He's 21 years old now. Pardon me, 22 years old now. Eric Rodlin standing in for the Travelers, left-hand batter, and Jiménez fires a strike down the middle. Rodlin on an 8-game hit streak. He had a double in his third at-bat yesterday to continue it. The 0-1 is a change-up high to Rodlin, 1-1. Rodlin hitting at .333, 5 RBIs, still looking for his first home run. Jiménez winds up, and the 1-1 is a breaking ball and a swing and a miss by Rodlin. Nice-looking slow breaking ball from Jiménez. Had Eric way in front of that one. Brandon Wood on deck for the Travs. 1-0 Drillers, bottom 1. The 1-2 to Eric, swing and a miss on a fastball, and he strikes out. Jiménez with 2 strikeouts to start the game, and he's looking very strong already. That fastball moving under the bat of Rodlin after his breaking ball just had Eric kind of doing a corkscrew into the ground. He was so far in front. Here's Brandon Wood. Good matchup right here. Power pitching prospect, power hitting prospect. Here's the first pitch from Jiménez. Fastball, right called, outside half, 0-1. 2 homers for Brandon yesterday, including his first 3-way ball. Went over the right field fence. The 0-1, he swings and misses the fastball, handcuffed him, and it's 0-2. So Jiménez coming in here throwing nothing but strikes. He's only missed the strike zone with 1 pitch. He's ahead of Wood, 0-2. They're going to try to go up high. The pitch is high, ball 1. Matt Brown on deck if Wood can reach base. Brandon hitting .321, 4 homers, 10 runs batted in. Also 20 strikeouts, including the final out of yesterday's game. Here's the 1-2, and it's the breaking ball, and it stayed a little bit high. Close one there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jiménez wanted that strike. He started to come off the mound. Jiménez looking for the sign from Chris Ianetta. And now the pitch to Wood is a change-up. He's out in front. Hits it high into the air to center field. Zarnicki over towards right a few steps. He's underneath it, and he makes the catch. And so the Travs go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Tulsa heading into inning number 2 on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Did you know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an organ transplant? And did you know that every 16 minutes, a new name is added to the organ transplant waiting list? You can help to reduce these numbers by registering to become an organ donor. Call the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency at 866-660-5433 or visit the Aurora website at www.arora.org to learn more. Become an organ donor. Give hope. In today's busy world, who has time for questions? Where to go, how to get there, what to eat? With over 30 locations in Central, North Central, and Northeast Arkansas, Double B's has the answers. Double B's makes it easy to stop in and get on with your day, wherever you are. Start your day with Double B's Coffee Cafe. Gourmet coffee, better than most coffee houses. Grab lunch on the go with delicious selections from Quiznos, Pizza Pro, Baskin-Robbins, Chester's Fried Chicken, or Subway. Clean your auto with a car wash. And all Double B's locations feature pay-at-the-pump technology, so you're back on the road in no time. Make the most of your time and stop worrying about life's little questions. We've got the answers at Double B's.
Dr. Pepper, the taste of originality, Dr. Pepper. Salute individuality, Dr. Pepper. Do what to do, your moment has come. You're not like anyone, nothing better, Dr. Pepper.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Top of the second inning now at Ray-Winder Field on the Tulsa Drillers will look to extend their current 1-0 advantage over the Arkansas Travelers. The Wichita Wranglers in town tomorrow through Tuesday for a 5-game set. 7:10 tomorrow and Saturday with magnetic schedules given away to the first 1,000 fans courtesy of the Arkansas Oral Health Coalition. Leading off in the second for the Drillers is their second baseman, Matt McCree, right-hand batter in the 7th spot of the order, and Chris Hunter starts with a slider for strike one. Hunter in the first inning gave up 2 hits, 1 run. He walked a man, hit another batter, but also got a double play to get out of the inning. There's a chopper by McCree to the third baseman, Brown, a backhand play, and a long throw over to Porter at first base for the out. Nice job by Brown. He had to handle that good old-fashioned Ray Winder bad hop off the lip of the third base grass, but he stayed with it nicely. Brown has looked pretty strong at third base. 1 away for Chris Ianetta. Ianetta also right-handed, and after he sat out in the first game of this series, he started over the last 4. 2 for 4 yesterday with a double and a run batted in. Pitch on the way from Hunter, low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. On deck is Doug Grenier. Ianetta with a 333 average and a 421 on base. The 1-0 is a strike on the outside half, 1-1. Ianetta also hit by a pitch yesterday. The 1-1 pitch to him is a strike on the inside corner. Hunter going corner to corner so far today. And he does look sharp with the exception of pitching around Koshansky and the 1 mistake to Thigpen. The 1-2 pitch is in the dirt, and Ianetta takes it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gap in left center for Ianetta. Catching prospect for the Rockies. They have 2 pretty decent catching prospects on this team, along with Alvin Colina. Hunter's 2-2 is fouled straight back towards the Traveler dugout. Fastball, Ianetta got a little piece. Chris Ianetta from the University of Rhode Island. Pardon me, that's where his father was from. He's from UNC, North Carolina. 2-2 pitch, low and outside, and the count now runs full. Three balls, 2 strikes with 1 away, and the base is empty. Chris Hunter winds, he delivers, and Ianetta smacks a line drive base hit to left field. David Gates hustles over and cuts it off. Fires over to second base. It's a 1-out single for Ianetta. His 5th hit of the series. Here's Doug Grenier. It looked like Ianetta sitting right on the fastball from Hunter. And Chris, you mentioned he's your sinker slider pitcher. More of a control pitcher, certainly not a power guy. So in a fastball count, gave that pitch to him and ends up with a runner at first. 3rd hit of the game for the Drillers. Here's Doug Grenier. Brown coming up a little at third base. Grenier will not show bunt. He takes a strike on the inside corner. Grenier yesterday got his first ever start as a designated hitter. Doubled in a run. Finished 1 for 4. And now starting at third base today and giving Ian Stewart a day off from the field. Stewart instead to DH. 0-1 pitch. Grenier swings and misses over top of a slider for strike 2. So Grenier, whose career batting average is around 200, right now is the leading hitter for the Drillers. He's hitting .348, no homers, and 2 runs batted in. 6 hits in the series. The 0-2 from Hunter dropped a little outside, and Bernier takes ball one. Tulsa 1 and the Travelers nothing, top two. Nice ball already starting to settle in here in a cloudy night. Lights are up. Hunter's pitch is on the way, and Bernier backed off of a fastball, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Double play that Hunter got turned behind him in the first inning was the first double play that he's induced this year. 1 out now, short lead by Ianetta. The pitch is lined towards the right fielder, Peel, and he couldn't see it. It falls in front of him and now rolls behind him all the way to the fence. Ianetta going to third base. The stop sign is put up. Stopping at second is Bernier with a rather odd 2-base hit. Peel never got a glove on the ball. I think he lost it in the light. It was a soft line drive heading towards Peel, and it looked like he had a chance to make the catch. But he froze, and it looked almost like he turned away from the ball, and I must expect that he just could not see it. Perhaps due to the light pole that rests between the bleachers and the third base concourse. So credit Bernier with a 2-base hit, his third double of the series. Second and third, 1 out, the infield's up, and Tulowitski lines a base hit to right center, and that's going to score both men. Ianetta is home. Here comes Bernier to the plate, and it's 3-0 Tulsa. Well, it just seems as of now that the Travelers had no luck at all. That'd be better than the luck they have right now. If Peel's able to see that ball in the light, there'd be 2 outs and no runs would score, but the way that things have gone in this opening homestand, this seems to fit right in. 3-0 Drillers for Tulowitski. 6th and 7th RBIs of the year. Now Jordan Zarnicki, the batter, still only 1 out. Tulowitski out to a decent lead. But Hunter steps off. Zarnicki moves out the dirt and stays at the plate. Right-hand batter blooped a single in the first inning. Tulowitski looking aggressive right now at first base. Hunter feels that. He turns and fires over to first base, but Tulowitski got his hand in there first. 5 hits for the Tulsa Drillers throughout the first 10 batters that have come to the plate against Chris Hunter. Hunter set. Extra half step for the runner. The pitch is grounded towards left and through the infield for another base hit. 4th consecutive hit for the Drillers. And now Ian Stewart is set up once again with 2 on. And this time 1 out. And he'll try to extend a 3-0 lead. So a very interesting start to this game. Drillers get a run in the first with a bases-loaded hit batsman. And the Travis right fielder loses the ball in the light, and it leads to a couple of runs and maybe more. Pitch to Stewart, low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Again, and it's really nothing that Peel did wrong. Sometimes you just lose a ball in the light. That's what happened. The 1-0 to Stewart is outside, ball 2. But after that, Tulowitski and Zarnicki each with very hard line drive hits. The setup Stewart who popped up in the first inning. Here's Hunter's 2-0. And it's chopped up the middle, a chance for 2. Played by Rodland, but he drops it. Can't get the out at second. He'll get the out at first, however, 4-3. Tulowitski advances to third base. Zarnicki to second. And while that won't show up in the box score as an error, it certainly prolongs the inning for the Drillers to give Koshansky, their top RBI man, a chance. Pretty hard-hit chopper there by Stewart. And a short hop to Rodland. Tougher play. So Koshansky the batter. Second and third, 2 outs. Hunter starts it off with a fastball over the outside corner for strike 1. Koshansky hasn't really figured in much so far. He did take a base on balls in the first inning to load them up. An 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. A change-up. 0-2. So Hunter trying to rebound here after A rocky start to the game. See if the Travs can't stretch out Koshansky. He's reached base now in each of his last 6 plate appearances. The 0-2 is outside. Tried that backdoor slider. Came in there a little bit faster than normal. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Joe Koshansky. Pats the bat on the plate, wheels it around. Hunter comes to the belt, now delivers, and he swings and misses to strike him out. The inning is over. So the Drillers put up 2 more runs with 4 base hits, no errors, and 2 left. And 3-0 Tulsa heading into the bottom of the second on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
The romance begins at Cupid's. Choose from Central Arkansas's largest selection of apparel and lingerie in every size, style, and color. And don't forget the wide selection of menswear, toys, massage oil, and lotion. It's Cupid's Lingerie and more. 2585 Donaghy Street in the Townsend Plaza, Conway, 65th and Scott Hamilton, and 9700 North Rodney Perelman, Little Rock, plus 3360 Central Avenue in Hot Springs. Just look for the purple neon hearts, and you'll know you're in the right place. Cupid's Lingerie and more.
Hey, fans, it's easy to get discount tickets to Travs games all year thanks to Ready Ice. Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice presents Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Winder Field. Just pick up a discount coupon for any Wednesday Travs home game anywhere Ready Ice is sold, like most Shell and Exxon gas stations. Bring the coupons to the Travs box office for $3 general admission tickets to any Wednesday home game. That's Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Winder Field all season long. Thanks to Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
It's Traveler Baseball, and it's in the bottom of the second inning at Ray Winder Field. As the Travs trailing 3-0 already against the Tulsa Drillers. Drillers going for the sweep in this 5-game set early in the 2006 season. Here in the bottom of inning number 2, the Travelers send cleanup man Matt Brown to get his first at-bat. Mike Elwood and Bobby Wilson will follow against Ubaldo Jiménez. Jiménez looked pretty darn sharp in the first inning, striking out Aaron Teal and Eric Rodland, and getting Brandon Wood to fly to center on a changeup. Here's a pitch from Jiménez, and Brown will take a strike with a fastball, and it's 0-1. Brown, Elwood, and Wilson here in the second. Matt Brown hitting well, 396, 4 homers, 9 ribbies. 0-1 pitch, backed him off a little bit, low and inside, 1-1. Brown last night, one of 4 Travelers connect with a homer and finished 2 for 4. Second homer of the series, including one on Sunday. Jiménez with a 1-1 pitch, and it's high and inside, sending Brown to duck underneath it. 2 balls, 1 strike on Brown. Travs third baseman was the DH yesterday. Had a little bit of a roaming DH these days. 2-1 count, and the pitch from Jiménez is swung on and hit high but foul down the left field line, way out of play. So it's strike 2 on Brown. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, Travs need to show a little bit of sign of offense here in the second inning. We've already fallen behind by 3. I don't want to have Tulsa get too comfortable as they go for the sweep. Brown back into the plate. Jiménez steps back. Big righty 2-2 as a fastball under the knees. Ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes to start the inning. Brown brings the bat back, and here comes the payoff. Fastball, strike 3 called. Outside half of the plate. Brown is the 3rd strikeout victim for the Travs. This will bring up Mike Elwood. So Jiménez looking very sharp. He was not sharp in his season debut. He sat out the first 9 games of the year. The Drillers coaching staff held him back because he just did not look very sharp at spring training, and in fact they thought he was tipping his pitches. Elwood now the batter for the Travs. Jiménez fires a fastball for strike 1. Elwood sat out yesterday. He hit .362 with 12 RBIs. Jiménez throws a slider way in front of the plate, and it skips all the way back. It's 1-1. One of the pitches that we saw from Jiménez a few times last year. Sometimes you get big league quality pitches from him, like an upper 90 fastball, and other times he'll throw a slider about 50 feet. Here's the 1-1. Elwood takes a strike. It hit the outside corner. He disagrees. Turns back to the plate umpire and shakes his head. Michael step back out of the box now, collect his thoughts with a count of 1-2, and Jiménez going for strikeout number 4 out of 5 batters faced. High leg kick, the pitch to Elwood. Strike 3 called, low outside corner. Strikeout number 4 for Jiménez, and 3 of them on a called third strike. Now it's Bobby Wilson's chance. Only one Traveler has been able to put the ball in play over the first 5 hitters. That was Brandon Wood, who flied out to center field. Wilson is 1 for 10 in the series, and he swings and misses in front of the Jiménez changeup. That's a pitch you never saw from Jiménez last year, who in his 5th professional season went 7-8 between single A and double A. Here's an 0-1 pitch. Swung on, line into right field. That's going to be the first base hit of the game for the Travs. Colonel will cut it off and keep Wilson to a 2-out single. So Bobby Wilson with a nice even swing. Connects on a line drive single to right on a fastball. And now Jason Espedo steps in for the Travelers. Espedo, the Travs center fielder today, is having a rough go of it in this series with only 1 hit in 16 at-bats. Now Espedo has hit the ball hard a few times, either right at a batter, and got nothing to show for it. Pitch on the way. High and outside, ball 1. Tulsa 3 and the Travelers nothing. Bottom of inning number 2. Wilson leads away from first base, and Koshansky reaching out with his hand. Here comes the pitch to Espedo. He swings and fouls it in the air over the third base seat, 1-1. Jiménez made 12 appearances in the Texas League last year and found double-A batters a bit more professional than single-A hitter, certainly more advanced. 1-1 to Espedo out in front of the breaking ball. He fouls it slowly down the third base line. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jason with Greg Porter on deck. In the Texas League last year, Jiménez surrendered 12 home runs in 12 games. Walked 31 in 63 innings and allowed in 543 earned run average. And on the first start this year, 6 runs in 4 2/3, but he's come out gangbusters at the start of this game. 1-2 to Espedo. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Ubaldo Jiménez strikes out the side in the second inning. He has whiffed 5 batters in 2 frames. No runs for the Travs in the second, 1 hit, 1 left. Heading into the third, it's 3-0 Tulsa on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
When good spark plugs go bad, even a drive in the country is in jeopardy.
Hey, spark plugs, let's see Captain Nova some performance anxiety.
I don't understand. This never happened before.
Yeah, whatever.
Car's performance letting you down?
Who's this guy?
Autolite XP Extreme Performance Spark Plug, ma'am.
You seem different from the other spark plugs.
I have iridium-enhanced fine wire technology for faster ignition and optimum performance.
Ooh, that's hot.
Autolite, it's time to change your plug.
About 3 months ago, I put a new shaft in my driver, and let me tell you, I am hitting the ball 18 yards farther than I have ever hit in my life. It's the Mitsubishi Rayon Diamante shaft, and it's also won 8 times on the tour this year, including the Masters. For 20 years, Mitsubishi Rayon has built the high-performance shaft in Japan, and now they brought it to America. The Diamante is available in 6 different weights from 53 to 103 grams and multiple flexes. Go to MitsubishiRayonGolf.com, and you too can start hitting the ball farther than you've ever hit it in your life. I guarantee it.
It's ironic. They're called answering machines, but they never give you answers. Oh, sure, they tell you so-and-so isn't here right now, but you have no idea where they went or when they'll be back. Of course, with Geico, you won't talk to an answering machine. They have thousands of car insurance specialists standing by, so you always get answers from a real live person. No wondering, no waiting, no irony.
Geico's customer satisfaction stands at 97%. How would you rate your car insurance company? Geico, 1-800-947-AUTO.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Back at Raywinder Field, the Travelers back onto the field, trailing 3-0 against the Tulsa Drillers. Inning number 3 about to start off here on Little Rock ESPN 1380. I'm Phil Elson at the ballpark. Nice ball settling in here, and Travs have had a very rough start to this baseball game. The Drillers in 2 innings have scored 3 runs on 6 hits, also using a walk and a hit batsman. The hit batsman forced in a run, and that was Judd Thigpen, who was hit by the pitch, with the bases loaded in the first. That gave the Drillers a 1-0 lead, and then Troy Tulowitski's 2-run single in the second made it 3-0. Thigpen leads off the third against Chris Hunter. Right-hander's pitch is a changeup, and Thigpen swings through it, strike 1. Thigpen has now been hit by a pitch in 2 consecutive games. Hunter back to the plate with the 0-1, and the fastball is a little high, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Hunter now has hit 2 batters. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Thigpen. Slider called strike 2, low outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thigpen, who sort of dives into the plate, he's been hit 3 times now this year to lead all Driller batters. The 1-2 pitch from Hunter is chopped off the plate and fouled down the third base line. Here comes Matt Brown to make sure it stays foul. Barehands it along the runner's path in foul territory, so it's still 1-2 to Thigpen. Christian Colonel and Matt Macri will bat here in the third as well. Tulsa has had a 5-0 lead yesterday by the third inning. They led 1-0 going into the 8th inning on Tuesday. Already a 3-run lead today in the third. The 1-2 from Hunter to Thigpen. He reached out and tapped it towards third base. Backhand by Brown. Fires across. 1 away. Nice play by Matt Brown. Tell you what, Brown, he looks like a pretty good third baseman. And from the other third baseman we've seen in the league this year, they are some very impressive fielders. Ian Stewart for Tulsa in this series has looked spectacular. Alex Gordon for Wichita was impressive in the series at Lawrence Dumont Stadium, and Matt Brown has been pretty good at third base for the Travs, too. Christian Colonel, the batter, showing bunt, offers and misses. Strike 1. And third baseman for Springfield, Rico Washington, is the early league leader with 21 RBI and tied for 5 home runs. 0-1 to Colonel, swing and a miss. He was fooled on a breaking ball, strike 2. Colonel's having a rough series. He's 3 for 16. Bounced into a double play to end the first inning. The second time he's done so this series. The 0-2 from Hunter is in the dirt, ball 1. Colonel ended the game hitting 195. No homers, 3 RBIs. If he's a weak link in the Tulsa lineup, it hasn't affected them much. Tulsa is 9-4. Another 1-2. Low and outside. That's a close one. Elwood was called down on a pitch that was at least pretty close to that pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Colonel. Here's Hunter's kick. And Colonel takes a slider in the dirt, ball 3. So it's gone from 0-2 to 3-2. Hunter with 1 walk batter, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter. Miles back on top of the hill. Lines delivers. The payoff pitch is chopped slowly towards third base. Brown charges, tries the barehand, and couldn't hold on. Infield single for Colonel. Base hit number 7 for the Tulsa Drillers. Bringing up Matt Macri. Not much else Brown could have done. Charged that ball. He was aggressive. Was unable to hold on to it. Man on base for Matt Macri. Macri right-handed. Grounded out to Brown in the second inning. There's a leadoff by Colonel, with Porter holding him on first base. Hunter from the stretch. He delivers the first pitch, and it's a slider for strike 1 over the outside corner. Chris Hunter was 7-10 last year. Most of these seasons spent with Rancho Cucamonga. And he got 8 games with Salt Lake late in the season when the Angels were not going to send a Double-A pitcher to Triple-A. Hunter throws over to first base, and back in is Colonel. Hunter was a 41st round pick in the 2003 draft from Utah Valley State. in a little more of an advanced age. He was signed at 23 years old. Was sent to single-A ball first. He didn't pitch in rookie. Hunter into the stretch, and he steps off. With Cedar Rapids in 2004, Chris went 8-7 with a 386 earned run average. Had a pretty good season, but last year struggled at single-A and triple-A. No balls, 1 strike to McCree. The runner goes, and the pitch is low. Now he hooks back to first base. No throw by Wilson. A bit of a bluff there by Christian Colonel. Faked like he was stealing the second base and quickly put on the brakes. Drillers 3, Travelers nothing. Top 3. Hunter working pretty deliberate now as he fires over to first base, almost picked Colonel off. Colonel was taking his lead as Chris was leaning in for the sign, but he also got a good look at the base runner and just nearly picked Colonel off. Colonel will take a little bit of a shorter lead now. Bluffs the steal. The pitch from Hunter is low, ball 2. It does seem that Chris is working somewhat more deliberately now, and with a man at first base, trying to throw off his timing a little bit. McCree's hitting 2 double plays in the series. EP would end the inning here. 2-1 pitch. Runner goes. Swung on. Grounded outside third. Foul ball. And it was a close one. It hugged that line just before it got to third base. And then it just hooked a little bit outside of the bag. And the plate umpire, Cale Varnson, pouncing on that and made the right call. So it's 2-2 to McCree. McCree yesterday, sac fly with a run batted in. Struck out looking 2 times. Finished 0 for 3. And grounded out in the second inning. Already getting his second at-bat of the game. Hitting in the... Hunter turns and fires to first again. Colonel dives back. He is safe. Colonel has succeeded in at least taking part of Hunter's mind off the batter. Pretty shifty base runner. Colonel out to another good lead. And he's on the move on the 2-2 pitch, which is inside. Bobby Wilson throw to second is beautiful, and he gets the out on Colonel. Tag applied by Eric Rodlin. It'll go 2-4. Bobby Wilson catches his 7th man stealing this year. The throw may have short-hopped the base, but Eric Rodlin was right there to scoop it, and Colonel did the rest by sliding into the tag. The Colonel caught for the second time this series. He's signed by Bobby Wilson. So 2 outs and the base is empty now, and the count is 3-2 on McCree. Hunter will work from the windup, and here's the right-hander's payoff. It is swung on and lifted high and deep to the left field corner. David Gates is back in front of the warning track with room, and he makes the catch to end the 3rd inning. So a scoreless frame for Hunter. Gives up a hit. The pitch is around it. Nobody stranded. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. The Drillers 3 and the Travs nothing on Little Rock 3, ESPN 1380.
From the hilltops of Atlanta
to the California sand. Come on, one day across the nation. Yeah.
I'm a burrito in every
Lowe's Burritos, 2834 North Hills Boulevard in North Little Rock by Kroger's in North Hills and McCain. Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-time trip and discover Arkansas. National's great weekend special is just what you need for a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a minivan to historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles, from luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles. Unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has 2 convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and North Little Rock at 3919 Black Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the yellow pages. Go your own way with National Car Rental.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Traveler Baseball moves into the bottom of the third inning here at Raywinder Field on a Thursday night. A little bit humid tonight, maybe somewhat soggy. Hope you were able to get a little sleep yesterday with all that thunder and lightning coming into the area yesterday, and I understand we are due for some more tough weather tonight. The press box leaked over the night. This booth is wet. Carpet is a little soaked. Thankfully, all the equipment is okay. Drillers in front of the Travelers 3-0. Bottom of the third now, and Greg Porter will lead off for the Travs against Ubaldo Jiménez. Jiménez from the windup, and the left-hand batting Porter fouls the first pitch over third base. Past the bleachers for strike one. Jiménez has dominated. He's faced 7 hitters, striking out 5, allowing 1 hit to Bobby Wilson, and the other batter, Wood, fly out to center. 0-1 pitch to Porter. Swing and a miss. Trying to hold back a little bit late on the pitch recognition. It tailed up and high and away from him, but still carried it through, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. It's going to be a tough game here for the Travs if Jiménez continues to pitch as he is at the moment. Ahead of Porter 0-2, and the pitch is outside, ball 1. Porter's whiffed 15 times on the season, 2 times yesterday, in which he ended a 6-game hit streak. Jiménez steps back, lifts the leg, deals. The 1-2 is a changeup, and Porter pops it up into shallow center. Shortstop Tulowitski underneath it, 2 steps to the outfield, and he'll bring it in for the out. What seems to make Jiménez even more effective now is just one simple pitch, an occasional changeup. Now, the Travelers saw Jiménez a few times last year, including the playoffs, and they really didn't have any problem at all hitting against him. But it looks like a different pitcher right now. Number 9 batter David Gates in there. Right-hander takes the pitch low, ball 1 from Jiménez. Last year, we'll let you know what Jiménez did against the Travs last year in a moment. Pitch on the way to Gates, swing and a miss. There's that changeup. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. It's like a completely new pitch that he's throwing because it was very rare that Jiménez ever threw a changeup last season. 1-1 on the way to Gator. Swing and a miss, the same pitch, strike 2. Gates 3 for 18 this year with 1 homer for his only RBI. It's a 1-2 count on Gates with the bases empty. 3-0 Drillers, bottom 3. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. A high fastball struck him out. 7th strikeout for Jiménez, and possibly the most dominating first time through the order we've seen this year by any pitcher. Jiménez last year against the Travelers has just gotten smoked. Travs hit .322 against him in 3 games, not counting the playoffs, scoring 15 runs against him in 14 innings. And Jiménez gave up 5 Traveler home runs last year. Aaron Peel, the batter, goes after high heat and comes up empty, strike 1. In the playoffs, Jiménez started game 3 for the Drillers here in Little Rock, and it was even worse for him. Didn't even get through the 4th. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 2. Jiménez in the playoffs gave up a 3-run homer in the first to Mike Napoli. Left the game after 4 innings, gave up 7 runs in an 11-4 loss to the Travs. Different guy today. 0-2 pitch to Peel. High, ball 1. And every pitch that he throws just seems to carry a little extra weight into the catcher's mitt. It's ringing that mitt. The 1-2 to Peel is a breaking ball, and he takes strike 3. Tons of movement on that one. 8 strikeouts for Jiménez in 3 innings of 1-hit baseball. That'll take us into the 4th, and it's 3-0 Drillers on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now, Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discounts you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's all safe, Stan. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northwest Illinois.
Get out today and hit the links. Stone Lake. Stone Lake's golf course is rated as one of the best public courses in the state. Sporting beautiful bent grass greens, plus lush fairways and tees. Stone Lakes has matured over the past 3 years into a true test of golf. Stone Lakes features reasonable green speed and 18 link-style holes located 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road. Call 945-0945 for Stone Lake or visit online at stonelakes.net. This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Back to baseball after 3 innings of play. The Tulsa Drillers lead the Travs by a score of 3-0. This is Phil Elton with you on Little Rock's ESPN 1380 and minorleaguebaseball.com. First 3 innings, forgettable for Travs fans. Drillers totals of 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Tulsa has left 4 men on the bases. The Travelers totals, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left, 8 strikeouts against Ubaldo Jiménez. Chris Ianetta leads off the 4th for Tulsa. Chris Hunter's pitch is high, ball 1. Hunter in 3 innings has given up 7 base hits. The 3 runs are all earned. He's walked the batter, struck out 1, hit another. Pitch to Ianetta, ball 2, low and outside. Ianetta singled and scored in the 2nd. He'll be followed by Doug Grenier and Troy Tulowitski, 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Hunter steps back. He's behind 2-0. And the pitch is a strike on the low outside corner, and it's 2-1. We'll check the Texas League scores this inning on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Hunter's 2-1 to Ianetta is low. Ball 3. Well, we've had our first rain out of the season at Frisco. San Antonio and the Rough Riders don't get to play today, and we're not quite sure when they'll make that game up, because I believe on the schedule that San Antonio doesn't visit Frisco again until the second half of the season, so they'll have to find another way to make that game up, perhaps in the Alamo City. 3-1 to Ianetta. Here's Hunter's pitch, and it is a strike called on the outside corner. Our plate umpire today, Cale Varnson, is giving pitches a little bit off the outside corner to right-hand hitters. Inconsistent, it seems, both ways. 3-2 pitch. Ianetta takes ball 4, and that was outside. It was close to where the last pitch was thrown, but that one did miss. Second walk for Hunter, bringing up Doug Grenier. Corpus Christi and Midland are in the 5th inning. Midland leading 2-0. Rockhounds tied with Corpus Christi and Frisco for first in the South Division, 2 games ahead of San Antonio. Up to the plate, 9-hitter Doug Grenier. He had doubled and scored in the 2nd. Ianetta is running with a pitch, and it's grounded to Brandon Wood at short. Shuffles over to Rodland. They get the out at 2nd. Rodland's relay to first will complete the double play. Well, if there was any place that Doug Grenier was going to hit the ball on a hit and run to actually have a double play turn, he hit it right at that same spot. Brandon Wood fielded it about 3 feet to the left of second base. Rodland covered it. They did take a chance trying to get that force out at second, but it worked. It was a close play. Second twin killing turn behind Hunter. And we'll go to the top of the order with Troy Tulowitski. Tulowitski is 2 for 2, 2 singles, 2 RBIs. Hunter goes to the breaking ball, and it finds the plate at the knees for strike 1. So now, for the first time, Hunter gets 2 outs before a man's on base. And the 0-1 pitch is low and away, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Got another score from Springfield. Wichita leading the Cardinals 1-0. Chris Lebansky hit a home run for the Wranglers. And the Cardinals yet to get a base hit. 1-1 to Tulowitski is low and inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Juan Cedeno on the mound for Wichita and has not allowed a hit in 3 innings. 2-1 to Tulowitski. Strike 2 called, fastball, 2-2. So Hunter trying for his second consecutive scoreless inning, and maybe a little breather to the Travs fielder. 2 pitches chopped towards Rodland at second. On the second bounce, he's got it. Over to first base to complete the 4th, and Hunter seems to have settled down a little bit. After a leadoff walk, he gets a double play and a ground out. That'll take us into the bottom of the fourth. 3-0 Drillers. This is Traveler Baseball on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
Choose your reward with Arkansas Federal's new Platinum Rewards MasterCard credit card. Cash back, airline miles, or merchandise points, and you'll never pay an annual fee. For a limited time, we'll give you 1,000 rewards points, and you'll get a low 2.9% annual percentage rate on qualifying purchases. For details, call Arkansas Federal Credit Union at 982-1000 or apply online at afcu.org. Arkansas Federal, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Back on April 13th, 1932, the Arkansas Travelers opened their brand new ballpark to thousands of breathless spectators. In Ray Winter Field's 74 years as home of the Crabs, almost 9 million fans have spun through its turnstiles. During the Crabs' 2006 season, it's our chance to say goodbye to an old friend. Call 664-1555 or go to Trabs.com.
Your home for Arkansas Travelers Baseball. Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
KDXE North Little Rock.
Bottom of the fourth inning now at Ray Winter Field, and the Trabs trailing 3-0 against the Tulsa Drillers and Ubaldo Jiménez. Bill Elson with you with a reminder that we've got the Texas League All-Star Game at Ray Winter Field on June the 20th, and it's brought to you by Arkansas Federal Credit Union. Tickets are not yet on sale, but you can still insure a ticket to the All-Star Game and be one of the first in line to get seats at the new Dickey Stevens Park next season by getting your own Travelers season pass, and it's still available. $160 for the grandstand seats, $210 for the box seats. We've only played 5 games here at home, so there's still plenty of games left. Eric Rondlin leads off the fourth. Jimenez starts him off with a changeup called strike over the outside corner. Jimenez has done almost nothing but throw strikes. Here's the right-hander's 0-1, and Rondlin fouls it in the air over the patio in left field, strike 2. 3 innings for Jimenez. He's surrendered only 1 base hit. And as a matter of fact, only 3 Travelers have put the ball into play. 8 strikeouts for Jimenez, including one of Rondlin in the first inning. Just the 5th time Rondlin has struck out this year. And now down to the count 0-2. Rondlin waits for the pitch, and here it is. And he stays alive. A little foul ball over the bleachers. More of a flare. Jimenez continues to attack the strike zone, pitch after pitch. Rondlin, Wood, and Brown here in the fourth. Jimenez going for his 9th strikeout. And the pitch is on the way to Rondlin. He swings and grounds to shortstop. Tulowitski fields it cleanly. The fire over to first base will retire Rondlin for the second time. So he's 0 for 2 in his first couple of chances to try to extend that hit streak to 9 games. Brandon Wood will now come to the plate. Wood flied out to center in his first inning at bat. Jimenez had him in front of a changeup. And the base is empty for Wood. Here comes the first pitch from Jimenez. Fastball, strike 1 call. Jimenez last year struck out 53 hitters in 63 innings in the Texas League. 0-1 to Wood. Swung on and lined over third for a base hit to left field. Big Pen was playing deep. He charges in. Wood wants a double. Big Pen will throw to second, and that is too late. A hustling double for Brandon Wood on a ball that only went about 60 to 70 feet in the left field. So the Trabs get their first man to scoring position. And for Wood, who is starting to come out of a little slump he had gone through in Wichita, has 8 hits and 20 at-bats in the series. That'll bring Matt Brown to the plate. There's a little sign of life from the Traveler hitters. The 2-base hit for Wood is his 7th of the year. And here's Brown. Brown was called out on strikes in the second inning. Matt Brown is 8 for 17 in the series, driving in 3 runs. Got a duck on the pond now. The Trabs trailing by 3. Here's the stretch by Jiménez. And the right-hander's first pitch to Brown is a strike. Fastball at the letters, right on the outside half. Jiménez went after the outside corner to Brown, and the on-deck batter Elward in the second inning caught them both looking. Both on the same pitch, right on the outside black. The 0-1 delivery to Brown is up high for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jiménez really doesn't take much time between pitches. He waits for Brown to get back into the box, now gets the sign. Wood checks the fielders, no one holding him on base. Extends his lead. And here's the 1-1 to Brown. Swing and a miss with a fastball. And that time Jiménez handcuffed him. Boy, he's on the inside corner and on the outside corner. If you have a pitcher that throws as hard as he does and hitting his spots, it's tough to beat a pitcher like that. Brown looking a little uncomfortable out of the batter's box right now. He's been moving his right shoulder, trying to loosen it up. He does have a half sleeve on the right arm. Now back into the plate, and Jiménez throws the 1-2 to Brown, and he strikes out swinging on a fastball that was either on the outside black or maybe a little bit outside, but went after it anyway, and that's strikeout number 9 for Ubaldo Jiménez. So Brown, 2 strikeouts. Mike Elward now comes up. Tulsa 3, Arkansas 0. Bottom 4, Elward, who struck out for only the 5th time of the year in the second inning, is 3 for 12 against the Driller. First pitch on the way, called strike. Jiménez has thrown a first pitch strike to each of the last 5 batters. And he's missed with the first pitch to just 2 batters to start this game. So first pitch strike to all but 2 of the first 14 hitters. Here's the 0-1. And it's fouled off by Elward. Got a good swing, but a little bit late. And it's 0-2. Trav's bats were there yesterday. They out-hit the Drillers 11-10 and hit 4 home runs. But today the Traveler bats are being silenced somewhat by Jiménez. Going for his 10th strikeout. The 0-2 to Elward. Swing and a miss. He struck him out for the second time. Again, a high fastball, and that's 10 strikeouts for Ubaldo Jiménez in just 4 innings of work. No runs for the Travs, 1 hit, 1 left. Heading into the 5th now, it's 3-0 Tulsa on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is just trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress, headache, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Ashbury, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
AgPro knows you're patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Monday. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
4 innings complete. We go to the top of the 5th with the Tulsa Drillers leading Travs by a 3-0 score. We're seeing a coming out party by Driller right-hander Ubaldo Jiménez. Jiménez, who was held out of his first start of the year because he'd been tipping his pitches, has struck out 10 batters in 4 innings today. Meanwhile, Chris Hunter, the Travelers starter, who struggled over the first 2 innings, giving up 3 runs on 6 hits, a walk and a hit batter. He has settled down. Last 2 innings for Hunter. No runs, 1 hit, 1 walk. but a double play and a man caught stealing. But Michel Simard is warming up in the bullpen as Hunter is ready to throw the first pitch of the fifth to Jordan Zarnicki. And so it seems that Hunter today will go no more than 5 innings. Delivery to Zarnicki is fouled at the plate, strike one. Zarnicki has singled twice, first and second innings. And remember, he did not start any of the first 4 games of this series because he was ill. Right-hander back in there, and Hunter's 0-1 is a breaking ball down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Checking the Major League scores in the National League, middle of the 7th at Philadelphia. Nick Johnson has hit another home run, and it's Washington 10, Philly 4. 1-1 to Zarnicki is popped up to the shallow right side of the field. Coming out is Rodland. In is Teal, and Teal calls him off. Teal makes the catch about 10 feet in right, 1 away. Johnson with 2 home runs now for Washington. He's got 5 on the year. Milwaukee leads Cincinnati 4-2 in the bottom of the 3rd. Bill Hull hit his 2nd home run. Only 1 game currently going on in the American League where Tampa Bay leads Boston 3-1. Bottom of the 8th at Fenway Park. D-Rays trying to even their record. They're 7-8. The batter is Ian Stewart, and a pitch from Hunter's low ball 1. Stewart hasn't figured into much today. He's popped up to 3rd, rounded out to second base. So 0 for 2 in his attempt to reach an 11-game hit streak. The 1-0 is lined into center for a base hit. There's your 11-game hit streak. So Stewart with a base hit. And now all but one of the starting 9 for the Drillers has made it on base today. That's their 8th hit of the game. The only man who hasn't been on the base pass is the 7-hitter Matt Macri. Here's Joe Koshansky. Koshansky has walked and struck out today, day after going 4 for 4 with 2 homers and 2 doubles. Hunter's pitch is outside for ball 1. Texas and Seattle will be starting in about 45 minutes. Angels won at Minnesota today, 6-4. Angels broke a 4-4 tie with 2 runs in the 8th inning. 1-0 pitch to Koshansky, tails outside, and it's 2-0. Frankie Rodriguez saved his 5th. Struck out 2 in an inning and a third a day after taking a blown save against the Twins. A dangerous 2-0 to Koshansky. Under the knees, ball 3, 3-0. Baltimore scored 6 runs in the 6th inning today to beat Cleveland 9-4. Eric Bedard improves to 4-0 with the win. Hunter throws over to first, checking on Stewart. He is safe. Now Bedard did give up 2 homers, 4 runs in 6 innings with a 2.77 ERA. 4-0 record. He joins Kurt Schilling as the only 4-game winner in the majors. 3-0 to Koshansky, swung on and grounded into right field for a base hit. Stewart will hold at second base, and Koshansky collects his first hit of the night. And now that is 9 hits for the Tulsa Drillers off Chris Hunter. Bobby Wilson walks the ball out to the mound. Almost with words of comfort, it looked like, for Hunter. He had patted him on the back, almost as if to say, hey, maybe this just isn't your day today, Chris. DeMar's been warming up in the pen ever since the start of the inning. And I think this might be it for Chris Hunter. Tyrone Boykin has come out of the dugout. He's been on the top set for the last couple of minutes. Travs yesterday got just 3 1/3 innings from this starter, James Holcomb. Travs starting pitchers are not going very deep into ball games. Longest the starter has gone this year was Stephen Shell's 7 2/3 innings in a loss on Tuesday. There's been a lot of Travs pitchers that have been going into the 5th and not into the 6th, and that's what's going to happen for Chris Hunter tonight. Ty Boykin points out to the right field bullpen. He's going to bring in Michel Simard. And so we'll take a 60-second pitching change break. Tonight it's an AT&T call to the bullpen. You can turn the double play with AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet. Make calls and access the internet at the same time using only one line. You can learn more online at att.com. The new AT&T, your world, delivered. The new pitcher is Michel Chamard. Tell you about him after 60-second break. Travs trail 3-0 to the Drillers. Back for the rest of the fifth after this on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Kirk Woolsey, we happen to know that you are the world's worst backseat driver, which means, Kirk, that you like to be in control. So check out att.com. You can see all our best deals, like 12 months of true high-speed internet for just $12.99 a month when you order online. If you switch from your old cable company, you can get 3 months free. And with AT&T Account Manager, you can see your account activity, add services, and pay your bills online, all in one place. So that's Kirk's world. For everybody who's not Kirk, if att.com can deliver online control to him, it can do the same for you. Switch to the new AT&T at att.com, and you'll be in the driver's seat, as long as you're not riding with Kirk. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Taxes, other charges, and federal universal service cost recovery see extra. High-speed internet and credit applied after 3 months paid service and excludes that USF cost recovery and other fees. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit att.com for other details. Not available in all areas.
The AT&T call to the bullpen is complete, and the Arkansas Travelers bring in Michel Chamard from the bullpen. He takes over for Chris Hunter with 2 runners on base and 1 out in the 5th inning. Chamard will be facing Judge Thigpen. The line on Chris Hunter, 4 in the 3rd innings, 9 hits allowed. So far, 3 runs. Could have as many as 5 against him. Hunter walked 2. He hit another batter. Struck out 1. And the best he can do is get a no decision. The Drillers leading 3-0 in the top of the 5th. And not even all that worried about how the Drillers hit the rest of the way. It's how the right arm of Ubaldo Jiménez has dominated the Traveler batters over the first 4 frames. So the Trav hitters are going to have to find some way to get to Jiménez, but it certainly is much easier said than done the way he's been throwing. For Chamard, making his 3rd appearance at Double-A, 2 2/3 innings, allowing 2 hits and no runs. Native of Charlesbourg, Quebec, will work from the stretch facing the right-hander Thigpen. First pitch on the way, and it's a slider low and outside. Ball 1 to Thigpen. Thigpen, owner of the first RBI of the game when he was hit by a pitch from Hunter with the bases loaded in the first. And then Thigpen led off the 3rd inning, bouncing out. A 1-0 pitch on the way, and it's a Chamard curve for a strike, 1-1. Michel Chamard stands 6'4", 200 pounds, 24 years old. He'll turn 25 in early September. In fact, that'll be Labor Day. 1-1 pitch on the way, and Thigpen takes under the knees with a Chamard fastball, and it's 2-1. The Drillers with 3 runs on 9 hits. The Travelers no runs on 2 hits. The 9 Driller hits equal the amount of strikeouts by the Traveler hitters. Here's a 2-1 pitch, and it's outside for ball 3, 3-1. On deck is Christian Colonel. Chamard behind Thigpen 3-1 with Ian Stewart at second base and Joe Koshansky at first. So a walk would load the bases and give the Drillers an opportunity to break this thing wide open. Chamard finds the sign. Checks second, now delivers. Thigpen will walk on a fastball low and outside, so they're loaded up for the second time. Christian Colonel getting his second chance with the bases loaded today. Following Thigpen's RBI when he was hit by the pitch in the first, Colonel then finished the inning by hitting into a twin killing. And Colonel reached on an infield single in the 3rd but was caught stealing. Chamard from the stretch. Here's a pitch. Colonel swings and tips it into the catcher's mitt, and Wilson holds on to strike 1. 3-0 Tulsa, but a chance for much, much more for the Drillers. One feather in the Travs cap is that they've turned 24 double plays this year, and they've turned 2 today. The 0-1 is driven in the air to deep center field by Colonel. Ospito watches that get over his head and hits the fence. Here comes Stewart. Here comes Koshansky. Thigpen holds it 3rd on a 2-run double by Colonel. Close to a grand slam. Went about 10 feet up the batter's eye on the center field wall. And the Drillers are now leading 5-0 on Colonel's first extra base hit of the year. So that'll close the book on Hunter. He's responsible for all 5 runs and 4 in the third inning. And the pressure remains on Michel Simard, second and third, and still just 1 out. 4 consecutive batters have reached, and the Travs will play for an out at home. Matt McCree, the hitter, he's the only one to not reach base so far. Pitch on the way, and it hangs, but it's in there for a strike. So Thigpen at third and Colonel at second. The infield not quite all the way up. They're playing even with the baseline, perhaps a step back. The outfield straight away. 0-1 to McCree, ground ball, base hit into center field, and that'll score Thigpen. Colonel coming home, and he will score as Espedo kicks the ball off his foot, stays in front of him, and that takes away any chance he had to throw out Colonel at home. So 2 more runs score on the single by McCree to make it 7-0. And these 2 runs for McCree are going to be charged to Michel Simard. So a 4-run rally for the Drillers in the 5th inning. 7 runs on 11 hits for Tulsa, and they have really started to pull away. Chris Ianetta will be the 7th hitter of the inning. Still only 1 out. Ianetta has singled and walked, scored a run. Simard's faced 3 hitters. They've all been on base now. Here's a pitch to Ianetta. Low, ball 1. The inning started by Zarnicki flying out to right field, but then Ian Stewart singles, as does Joe Koshansky. Ty Boykin removed Hunter, brought in Simard. 1-0 to Ianetta is a strike over the knees, 1-1. Simard pitched around Thigpen, it seemed. He gave him nothing to hit. He walked him to load the bases. Colonel's 2-run double, followed by McCree's 2-run single, brought us to a 7-0 score. Simard's slider is a little outside, ball 2. Simard kicks. Ianetta takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Simard has made 1 appearance at Rancho Cucamonga, and it's hit very well in the first 2 games as a Trav, but having a rough go of it today. 2-2 pitch is ball 3 in the third. Scoops away from Wilson all the way to the screen. A wild pitch will send McCree to second base. And this inning of horrors continues. 4 hits, 1 walk, a wild pitch, 4 runs, and an upcoming 3-2 pitch to Ianetta with Doug Bernier on deck. Simard with the hands together, delivers 3-2, and Ianetta takes under the knees, they'll say, a strikeout now, and the plate umpire Barnson was extremely late in that. I mean, he just stood up, made no signal, and as Ianetta started to jog to first base, he pumped his fist to say strikeout. That was pretty late, but hey, we'll take it. 2 outs in the 5th inning to bring up Doug Bernier. Bernier doubled in the second, possibly the most critical at-bat of the game, and then hit into a double play in the 4th inning. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. With fastball from Simard, strike 1. And when Bernier hit his double in the second, it looked like just a harmless flare to the right fielder, Aaron Peel. But I think Aaron got blinded by the lights on top of the stands at third base, lost it in the lights, and didn't see the ball as Simard misses high with a slider, 1-1 to Bernier. Bernier's ball fell in and behind Peel for a double, and both of those men would score on a single by Tulowitski. 1-1 to Bernier. Simard's pitch is another breaking ball, and it's outside, ball 2. 2-1. So you can't just put it all on the one piece of bad luck for the Travelers. And on the other hand, the Drillers hitters, they're just going up there. They look comfortable. Pitch on the way, and Bernier swings and misses. Strike 2. 2-2. Two outs in the top of the 5th inning. 4 runs are in for Tulsa. Michel Simard Kicks and delivers a 2-2, and it's a slider in the dirt again. And that time Wilson was able to scoop it up. So the count goes full. On deck is Troy Tulowitski. He would be the ninth man to hit in the inning. The mark 3-2 to Bernier. Swung on, fouled off to the underside of the roof at first base, and it ricochets right in front of Orlando Merced, the Tulsa hitting coach. Longtime major leaguer flips it to Lonnie Bradley. He caught it in his fishing net, and Lonnie never keeps the ball himself. He always gives it to someone else. Lonnie takes his seat, always saying thank you to whomever gives him the ball. DeMarge 3-2 is fouled back by Bernier. He'll stay alive with a full count. Drillers got ahead 1-0 in the first. Big Ten hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Tulowitski's 2-run single came in the second. And then here in the fifth, a 2-run double by Colonel, followed by a single by Macri that scored another 2 runs. 7-0 Drillers. Travs have had only one man make it as far as second base, as Ubaldo Jiménez has impressed quite a bit. Here's another 3-2, and Bernier takes ball 4, a little bit outside. As I've said previously, I think that the strike zone is a little inconsistent today. Both ways. Ninth batter coming to the plate, Troy Tulowitski. Tulowitski is 2 for 3. A couple of singles, 2 RBIs. He scored a run, and a pitch popped over to the first base roof. Strike 1 to Tulowitski. So the Drillers batting around you. Now, they haven't had an inning in this series where they send 10 men to the plate. The Drillers used a 9-batter rally in the 11th on Monday to take the lead for good. 0-1 to Tulowitski, lined up the middle, but caught by Brandon Wood. 1 step from the outfield, and that'll end the fifth. For the Drillers, 4 more runs on 4 base hits. 1 man left, and it's halfway through this game. It's all Tulsa. 7-0 Drillers on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
You know, to become the best barbecue restaurant in Little Rock, it takes dedicated people like us here at the Pig and Dick that are willing to wake up with the pigs to make sure that we bring home the best of the best in them hogs. No, it's not the job for everyone, but you got to do what you got to do to make sure that every day is the best dang hog day ever. And here at the Pig and Dick, it's always the best. We slow cook our barbecues daily, making sure that it's lip-hugging good. Heck, we're known as the Great American Barbecue House here in Little Rock. We're also known around these parts as having the best dang catfish anywhere. So no matter what you're in the mood for, ribs, catfish, chicken, here at Pig and Dick, you'll always get the best meal in town. So come join us for lunch, dinner, or even let us cater your next event. Here at Pig and Dick, we take catering seriously, and we're going to make sure that your event is a huge success.
Pig in or pig out at Pig and Dick, located at 7824 JFK in Sherwood. Call us for takeout at 834-5456. And it's the same number for catering, 834-5456. Here at Pig and Dick, people start pigging out at 10:30 a.m. daily and don't stop till 9 p.m. Oh, by the way, did I mention the catfish?
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try to light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Back at Raywinder Field in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's been a rough first 4.5 for the Arkansas Travelers. They trail Tulsa 7-0. And the Travs, who have sent 14 men to the plate, have struck out 10 times against young, hard-throwing righty Ubaldo Jiménez. Bobby Wilson leads off the 5th for the Travs, and Jiménez starts him with a changeup right down the middle, strike 1. Wilson collected the Travs' first hit. A 2-out single to right field in the second. The other hit was a Brandon Wood double in the 4th. Jiménez with a high leg kick, and here's a curveball that stayed very high, and it's 1-1. Jiménez wears the socks all the way up to the knee. One of 3 drillers to use that style. Wilson swings at the fastball and hits it off the end of the bat foul. It skitters along the first base line to hitting coach Keith Johnson. Johnson lollipops it in towards the dugout at first. Count is 1-2 on Wilson. Pitch on the way. Swinging a foul back. Good cut by Bobby. Wilson's got a good-looking swing. He goes to the right side, to the left side as well. One ball, 2 strikes, and another pitch on the way now. Swung on, fouled back again. That time Wilson got a little piece of the slider that Jiménez has used to foul off the 3rd consecutive pitch. Ubaldo Jiménez going for his 11th strikeout. And the pitch to Wilson is in the dirt. That was a changeup. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jiménez now showing 3 pitches that he can get a strikeout with. Any one of them. Changeup, fastball, slider. He's become a much more complete pitcher, it seems. 2-2. Change up low. Good eye by Wilson. Starting to recognize the pitches. It is 3 balls, 2 strikes. As I mentioned, with Jiménez no longer tipping his pitches and really adding that changeup into the repertoire, he's a different pitcher than any time before a traveling batter saw him. Pitch to Wilson. Up high, ball 4. There's the first leadoff man to reach for the Crabs today. First walk allowed by Jiménez. 3rd of the year. Jason Espino now stands in. Crabs trailing 7-0 to Tulsa. Espino was the 6th strikeout victim. And Ubaldo Jiménez struck out the side of the 2nd. He took care of Espino for the 3rd out. Left-hand batter, Wilson leads off. Here's a pitch from Jiménez, and it's high, ball 1. Espino hitting .205 at the start of today's game. Only 1 hit and 17 at-bats in the series. 1-0 pitch on the way. Up high again, ball 2. And slowly but surely it seems Jiménez is starting to lose a little bit of the command. Tulowitski comes over for the shortstop. Gives him just a couple of words and slaps him on the backside. Tulowitski drops back to his position, and Jiménez leans in. Gets the sign. You'd expect his fastball here, and here it is. A swing and a miss, even on a fastball count. And Speedo unable to catch up with it. 2 balls, 1 strike on Speedo. Wilson's not going anywhere, but he'll throw over anyway. And he goes back in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Speedo's whipped 9 times on the year. Jiménez delivers, and it's a strike called on the outside corner. And Speedo, just like many of the other Travelers, just do not agree with our plate umpire today about his strike zone. Two and two. The pitch to Jason is in the dirt for ball 3, and a nice play by Ianetta, sliding to his right on his shin guards and blocking the ball to keep Wilson at first base. Double play stays alive, too. Speedo will get back into the plate quickly. Full count. Wilson walked on a full count, so Jiménez starting to work a little harder. Wilson runs with a pitch, and it's high, thrown all the way back to the screen for ball 4. Wilson will just stop at second base, and back-to-back walks have brought up Greg Porter with 2 on and nobody out. Can remember seeing Jiménez throw one of those fastballs last year all the way to the screen above the catcher's head. And after seeing that pitch, Brewers send their pitching coach, Bo McLaughlin, out to the mound. Hey, Traveler fans, don't forget on Friday and Saturday night, magnetic schedules given away to the first 1,000 paid fans, courtesy of the Arkansas Oral Health Coalition. Also brought to you by Comcast. Tomorrow night, it is also the Organ Donor Awareness Night. The Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency bringing Miss Arkansas, Eudora Mosby, to the ballpark. Eudora will throw out the first pitch. Miss Arkansas also sings the national anthem at tomorrow's game. Free tickets for tomorrow's game can be picked up in Cabot or Jacksonville at First Arkansas Bank and Trust, at Cupid, or at McDonald's. And those tickets good for tomorrow's game only. 7:10 first pitch. Gates open at 6:10. We'll have the ITT Tech pregame show at 6:50. Porter up to the plate. Wilson in his speedo. The base runners, second and first. Porter popped out in the third inning. Left-hand batter. Jiménez gets the sign he's looking for. Lifts the leg and throws to Porter. A strike called on the inside corner, and Greg turns to the plate umpire, and he's shocked that that's called a strike. Now, Greg does not crowd the plate very much. If that pitch still came pretty close to hitting him on his hip, still called a strike. They're going to try to come inside again, and here it is. A swing and a ground ball to the second baseman, McCree. Up with it, on with it, a shortstop for one out. Tulowitski whips it to first for a very impressive double play. Jason Espedo came barreling right into Tulowitski, and he leapfrogged over him and got the throw to first base with plenty on it. Too bad for Greg Porter. Hit that ball hard, but unfortunately right to the second baseman. 4-6-3, 2 outs. Wilson does advance to third base. David Gates will now hit. 2 outs. Travs trailing 7-0 in the fifth inning. Gates was a strikeout victim in the third inning. Let's see if he can't bring in Wilson from third. Here's the pitch to him, and it's thrown all the way to the screen underneath the catcher, and Wilson will trot home from third. And that's how the Travs get their first run, on a wild pitch. So the Travs get it. This is a manufactured run if you've ever seen one. A walk, another walk, a double play, and a wild pitch. That's how you score a run without ever getting a ball out of the infield. So the base is now empty, so Gates can forget about the RBI chance unless he hits a home run. Here's the 1-0, and he'll check a swing, but the fastball was pumped right down the middle for strike one. Early lead is now a 6-run cushion. The windup, the 1-1 is hit in the air to center field, very high, not deep at all. Zarnicki's just going to wait for that one to come right down into his glove, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1 run for the Travs, no hits, nobody left. 5 in the books will go to the 6th. 7-1 Thrillers. This is Little Rock ESPN 1380.
An accident involving a large truck can cause a lot of damage. If you're injured, you need a law firm that knows what they're doing. And while facts differ and results vary, we've had a verdict as large as $12.5 million in a single tractor-trailer case. Put this experience on your side. Call us at Gary Eubanks & Associates. We'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
Choose your reward with Arkansas Federal's new Platinum Rewards MasterCard credit card. Cash back, airline miles, or merchandise points, and you'll never pay an annual fee. For a limited time, we'll give you 1,000 rewards points, and you'll get a low 2.9% annual percentage rate on qualifying purchases. For details, call Arkansas Federal Credit Union at 982-1000 or apply online at afcu.org. Arkansas Federal, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Top of inning number 6 to start off here at Raywinder Field with the Tulsa Drillers leading the Travs by a score of 7-1. Tulsa putting up a run in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the fifth. The Travelers get their first run in a wild pitch in the bottom of the 5th inning. And so Michel Simard remains on the mound to pitch in inning number 6. He'll start this inning against Jordan Zarnicki. Zarnicki led off the 5th inning, already getting his 4th at-bat of the game. And with 4 more innings left in this one, a good chance that Zarnicki may even get 2 or 3 more at-bats. 11 hits for Tulsa. And here's Zarnicki up to the plate against Simard. Lined up in a pitch, and it is outside, ball 1. Zarnicki is singled twice, first and second inning. Led off the 5th by flying out to right field. Here's the pitch. Swung on, bounced up the middle. Rodland chases, gloves it on the 3rd, big bounce. Pivots on the foot, throws over to first base, and retires Zarnicki 4-3. This will bring up Ian Stewart. Ian Stewart has popped up, grounded out, and singled and scored. His base hit came in the 5th inning. Extended a hit streak to 11 games in a row. Stewart left-handed. Here's the windup by Simard. His pitch is a strike over the outside corner. Travelers shift the infield a little bit, sending Wood to play deep up the middle. As the pitch comes from Simard, it's hit hard, but right to the second baseman Rodland on one bounce. An easy put out at first base, 4-3, and that's out number 2. For Stewart, 1 for 4. Here comes Joe Koshansky. Amazingly, this is the first inning that the Drillers have not had a man reach over the first 2 batters. Koshansky steps in there. The base is empty, 2 gone. Here's a pitch from Simard, and it's under the knees of the tall left-hander, ball 1. The line for Koshansky, a walk, strikeout, single, scored a run. Scored 6 runs driven in 7 over the series. The 1-0 pitch is over the outside corner for a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch on the way from Simard. And it's up high, ball 2, 2-1. Perfect inning here would be really nice. Get the Travs back up to the plate, and Jiménez, who looked a little bit shaky in the 5th inning, come back out quickly, too. 2-1 pitch. Koshansky hits up the middle, but Wood is right there waiting for it. In a cloud of dust, he fields it cleanly and gets the out at first, 6-3. A perfect inning thrown by Michel Simard. That's one of the highlights of the game for the Travs. But still they're trailing 7-1. We'll go to the bottom of inning number 6 on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safely. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible rewards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Bottom of the 6th coming up here at Raymond Field. Travs down by 6 by a 7-1 score. Top of the order here in the 6th inning, Aaron Peel will start things off. Peel in his first game as a leadoff man is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Rodland and Brandon Wood will follow against Ubaldo Jiménez. Pitch on the way to Peel and a miss inside, ball 1. Peel in place of Dwayne Bacon today. Bacon gets his first game off. He played in each of the first 13. 1-0 to Peel is a called strike on the low inside corner, 1-1. But taking Bacon out of the batting order means that you really lose almost all the speed possessed on the Trav roster. 1-1. Peel swings and misses. That pitch dove under his bat, 1-2. It also takes away the opportunity for a Traveler to try to bunt, which is a way to counteract any pitchers that just blowing fastballs by hitters, as he does again. Jiménez blows a fastball by Peel, strikes him out for the third time. That's 11 strikeouts now for Jiménez. Brings up Eric Rodman. Rodman comes up to the plate, still trying to extend that 8-game hit streak. He's 0 for 2. Left-hand batter swings and hits a high fly ball deep to the right field corner. Hooking, and it is foul. Called foul by the first base umpire. Rodman's already on his way to second base. No argument from Keith Johnson, the Traveler hitting coach, and Rodman will begin to walk from second back to the plate. Hit it hard, just a little bit too far to the right of the foul line. So now the count will be 0-1 on Rodman. Check the Major League scores here, see what's going on across the big miniature schedule today before getting back to all teams in action tomorrow. First Rodman back in there. And here's Jiménez with an 0-1. And a broken bat ground ball. It hits first base, but it's picked up by Koshansky behind the bag. Takes it unassisted for the putout. And just another showing of Traveler luck, all bad today. Broken bat ground ball, and a lot of times if a ground ball hits one of the bases, no one knows where it's going to go, and it'll bounce some odd way and turn into a base hit, but that time it bounced right up, right into Koshansky's mitt. Actually helped him make the play. So 2 outs. Brandon Wood, the batter. Wood is flied out and doubled. Here the last Traveler hit. Pitch on the way, up high, ball 1. Two outs, no one on for Wood. Jiménez delivers, and Brandon takes high and inside, ball 2. Tampa Bay finished off Boston 5-1. Johnny Gomes hit 2 home runs, now has 7 on the year. Scott Kazmir defeats Tim Wakefield, with Dan Maselli getting the save. 2 balls, no strikes to Wood. The leg kick and the pitch, swing and a miss. Slider, strike 1. San Francisco still batting on the top of the first at Arizona. They have rallied for 5 runs, and they're still at the plate with 1 out. A pitch to Wood, low and inside, ball 3, 3-1. Cincinnati trailing Milwaukee 6-5. Pitch to Wood, swing and a tip, and it's squeezed by the catcher, strike 2. Washington still trying to close out Philly in the 9th, leading 10-4. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Brandon Wood with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Ubaldo Jiménez delivers the pitch, and Wood swings and misses for the 12th strikeout of the game for Ubaldo Jiménez. A 3-batter inning, 3 up, 3 down. That'll take us into the 7th. And the Drillers lead 7-1 on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
If you're looking for answers from an auto parts store, get ready. Advance Auto Parts is working harder to help you save money by doing it yourself. Get ready for ASE-certified experts who are ready to help. Get ready for in-depth information from our free do-it-yourself brochures. Get ready for Advanced TV, our exclusive in-store video network that will have you going from no way to knowing how in no time. For all the advice you'll ever need, the first place to go is Advanced Auto Parts. We're ready in advance.
Okay, here you go. The perfect house. So you ready to put in a bid? A what? It's a pretty tight market, and I'd really hate to see you lose out.
It's the first house you've shown us.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Now working with the Century 21 agent. Century 21 agents pledge to keep showing you properties until you're satisfied. Only Century 21 agents offer the Century 21 Service Pledge to help reduce the stress of buying real estate. Century21.com. Real estate for your world.
The Century 21 Pledge is offered by participating offices. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Hi, this is Ken Kinsey. It's Sean Arnell of Conference Call. Join us Monday through Friday right here on ESPN 1380 of Little Rock. All SEC, all the time. Join King Kincaid and me for all the SEC action. If it's SEC, it's on Conference Call. It's Conference Call Monday through Friday from 5 to 8 right here on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
6 innings are complete. We go to the top of the 7th with the Tulsa Drillers ahead of the Travelers by a 7-1 score. Totals here. Tulsa, 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Drillers are stranded 5. Traveler totals, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 stranded. Matt Brown, it is Michel Simard back on the mound for the Travelers. Here in the 7th, Judge Thigpen leads off and fouls the first pitch back for strike 1. Simard working in his 3rd inning. He has set down 4 men in a row. Right-hander's 0-1 is swung through and missed by Thigpen, strike 2. Chris Under, the Travelers starter, went 4 in the 3rd inning, surrendering 5 runs on 9 hits. He's in line for the loss unless the Travs are able to come back from a 6-run deficit. Simard, 1 2/3 innings for the moment. The 0-2 to Thigpen is low, and it's 1-2. Thigpen hit by a pitch in the 1st inning to force a run in. Grounded out in the 3rd. Walked and scored in the 5th. He's been on base 2 different ways without a hit today. Simard into the glove, and here's the 1-2. It's swung on and grounded off the mound towards short. Bounces off Brandon Wood. He recovers and cannot get the out at first. No throw. It'll be an error on Wood. So for Brandon, his 8th error of the season. Had some troubles here in Little Rock. 5th error of the series. Christian Colonel is due up next. Well, the Travelers committed 4 errors yesterday. This is the first today. It's a tough game here. We're looking for bright spots. The batter is Christian Colonel. After hitting into a double play in the 1st inning, he's reached with an infield single and a 2-run double. Right-handed hitter. And a pitcher is at the knees for a strike, 0-1. To Colonel. Simard comes home. Colonel takes another strike. Fastball right at the knees. 0-2. Action in both bullpens. Bobby Zimmerman getting ready in the Traveler pen. 0-2 to Colonel is a smidgen outside, ball 1. Right-hander getting ready in the Tulsa bullpen. It looks like Jason Birch. A 1-2 from Simard to Colonel. Slider fouled over the first base roof. Still 1-2. Drillers 7, Travs 1. Tulsa is 3 outs away from a very surprising sweep of the series. Short lead at first by Thigpen. The pitch is fouled off the batter. And Colonel still at the plate with a 1-2 count. A rain out today in the Texas League in Frisco. And we're probably due to get some of the rain that went through the Dallas Metroplex and caused us the first rain out of the season. Stretched by Simard. 1-2 pitch. Thigpen is hit for the 2nd time today. But he grazed him on his left shoulder. Pardon me, that's not Thigpen, that's Colonel, but still, that's the 2nd hit batter today. And goodness, that's 8 hit batters on the series. And I got to give it up to Tulsa for not retaliating, at least not yet. There's been 8 Driller batters hit. Travs, I believe, have had only 1 man hit over this series. Matt Macri up at the plate had a 2-run single in the 5th. He's 1 for 3. 2 on, nobody out. Simard's pitch is popped over the first base seats out of play. Strike 1. Wichita and Springfield now tied at 1. Wranglers got their run with a solo homer from Chris Lebansky, his 2nd. Reed Gorecki hit his 5th for the Cardinals in the 4th inning. Simard comes home in 0-1 to Macri. Slider hit the outside corner, called strike 2. Corpus Christi has tied the game at Midland with a 2-run 7th inning, 2-2 score. And we haven't had any word on the rain out on when they're going to make it up. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. He got him with a slider for the first out of the inning. No makeup date has been announced, so Rough Riders will start a series at home against Corpus Christi tomorrow. Midland goes out to, the Missions go out to Midland to start their series tomorrow. Ianetta the batter, 1 for 2. Pitch on the way, low and outside, ball 1. Ianetta singled and scored to start the rally in the second. Walked in the fourth. Michel Simard struck him out looking in the fifth. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch to Ianetta, low. 2 balls, no strikes. Error by Brandon Wood to start the inning, allowed Sigpen to reach. Then Simard hits Colonel on the left shoulder, strikes out Macri. Now a 2-0 to Ianetta is low, ball 3. Traveler pitchers today have walked 4, hit 2 others, plus 11 hits. 3-0 pitch is right down the pipe for a strike. Ianetta will step out of the box. Simard walks behind him out. Trying to figure out a way to get a strike in there to Ianetta without giving in. Ianetta hitting .333 starting today's game. Into the stretch, Simard, and the 3-1 is low for ball 4. So an error, a hit batter, and a walk to load the bases here in the 7th inning, and that's going to be it for Michel. Out of the dugout comes manager Tyrone Boykin. On a tough night for him and the rest of the team, he's going to make his second pitching change, going to right-hander Bobby Zimmerman here in the 7th inning. It's another AT&T call to the bullpen, brought to you by the official telecommunications company of the Arkansas Travelers, the new AT&T. You can save a bundle on services from AT&T, like high-speed internet, satellite television, voice services, and wireless. The new AT&T, your world delivered. Zimmerman, the new pitcher for the Travelers, will tell you about him after a 60-second break on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
This is for Laura. Laura, what's up with those CDs you borrowed from Mariana and never gave back, huh? Listen, if you need music, sign up with the new AT&T. Get digital satellite TV so you can watch concerts, and high-speed internet so you can get the music you want fast. And give Mariana her CDs back. All that, plus local and long distance for under $90. So that's Laura's world. For everybody that's not Laura, if we can deliver options to her, we can deliver the right plan for you, too. Digital satellite TV, high-speed internet, and local and long distance for under $90. Add Singular Wireless and save even more. Call 1-800-PICK-ATT or visit thenewATT.com today. Oh, and Mariana, you're welcome. SGC, now joined with AT&T, proud sponsor of the 2006 U.S. Olympic team. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Taxes, other charges, and the Federal Universal Service cost recovery fee extra. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-270-0397 toll-free or visit att.com/bundle details. Not available in all areas.
Back here at Raymonder Field after the AT&T call to the bullpen brings out Traveler right-hander Bobby Zimmerman. Zimmerman replaces Michel Simard, who went 2 innings, allowing 2 hits. 2 runs for the moment. He walked 3, hit another batter, struck out 2. And he leaves with the bases loaded. Travelers trailing by 6 runs. Tulsa leading 7-1. Zimmerman, right-hander to face the right-handed batting Doug Grenier. Grenier has doubled, hit into a double play and walk. First pitch is a strike from Bobby at the knees with a fastball, and it's 0-1. Bobby Zimmerman is making his 5th appearance. No wins, 1 loss, 2 saves. Earned run average is .623. The 0-1. Fastball, low, ball one, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bobby took the loss on Monday at Screaming Kids Day. Came on in the 11th with a tie game. It didn't have great command. Walked 2, gave up 2 hits and 3 runs, losing 6-3. Pitch to Bernier. Swung on, fouled off in the air, over the bullpen in right field, and out of play, strike 2. The Drillers with 7 runs on 11 hits. The Travs with 1 run on 2 hits. Tulsa got ahead before the Travs even came to the plate. They led 3-0 by the time the bottom of the second came around. And Tulsa had a 7-0 lead after scoring 4 times in inning number 5. We're on the top of the 7th now, and they're again threatening to rally. Loaded up. 1-2 pitch to Bernier is up high from Zimmerman, 2-2. Zimmerman's walked 4 with no strikeouts in 4 1/3 innings. Surrendering 3 hits and 3 runs. Funky motion. The St. Louis natives 2-2 to Bernier is called for strike 3. A fastball on the outside corner. And Zimmerman gets his first strikeout of the season. That'll bring up Troy Tulowitski at the top of the order, getting his 5th at-bat of the night. Tulowitski has singled twice, driven in 2 runs. He's also grounded out to second and lined for the shortstop. No hits yet in the inning, but 3 runners on base for Tulowitski. Zimmerman will work from the stretch. And a pitch on the way. Tulowitski takes it low, ball 1. Drillers have had the bases loaded 4 times in this game. And they have capitalized. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball tied him up inside. It's 1-1. Zimmerman gets that sign. Wilson wants it on the outside corner and low, and it is low and away. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike on Tulowitski. Big Pen at third, Colonel at second, Ianetta at first. Zimmerman working carefully to a very dangerous hitting shortstop. Tulowitski with 2 hits in this game and 6 over the series. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled over the press box roof, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now. So Zimmerman can try to clean up the mess, leave the bases loaded, and keep it at a 6-run game. And then the Travs will have 3 chances left to try to make a comeback. And it looks like it'll be against the Driller bullpen. Birch still standing on the mound. Hasn't thrown a warm-up pitch in a while, but he looks ready to go. The 2-2 from Zimmerman is grounded back to the mound. Off Zimmerman's glove. He recovers and shuffles to the catcher, Wilson, at the plate for the force out to end the inning. So, nice job there by Zimmerman as the Drillers have the bases loaded with 1 out. They do not score. No hits, 1 error, 3 left. Heading into the bottom of the 7th, it's the Drillers 7 and the Travelers 1 from Raymond Field on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
He's been a sports anchor on TV. He's reported on games of the Kansas City Chiefs. He hosts NFL postgame shows week after week. But he still hasn't quit his day job. Gordon Docking is the Chief Executive Officer of St. Mary's Hospital in suburban Kansas City. He's distinguished himself nationally as an innovator in healthcare, impacting the design of the hospitals of tomorrow. But before he was CEO, he was a master's degree student at Webster University. Today, he's an achiever in many walks of life. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
the line to pitch on the way, and you can catch the Travs online at www.travs.com. The Arkansas Travelers have one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Travs game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Travs online at Travs.com. Purchase tickets, grab souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you could buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.travs.com.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
New pitcher for the Tulsa Drillers at the start of the bottom of the 7th inning. Tulsa 7, Arkansas 1. And the new pitcher is right-hander Jason Birch. Birch replaces the starter Ubaldo Jiménez, who dominated over 6 innings, striking out 12 batters and allowing only 2 hits and 1 run, plus 2 walks. So Jiménez would be in line for his first win of the season after losing in his opening start, and passes the torch on to Birch, who is 6'5", 215 pounds, making his 6th appearance of the year. Matt Brown leads off with Mike Elwood and Bobby Wilson to follow against Birch. Second appearance of the series for Birch. He pitched 3 nights ago, giving up no runs, no hits, in 2 perfect innings. Brown struck out in both of his at-bats against Jiménez, once looking, once swinging. Birch is from the stretch at all times. He's ready. And the pitch to the right-handed third baseman of the Travs. Brown swings and misses, strike 1. Travelers scoring their only run in the 5th inning. Jiménez lost a little command walking Wilson in Espedo before Greg Porter hit into a double play to put Wilson at third, and he would score in a wild pitch. 0-1 to Brown. Check swing. It was a curveball under the bat. It was low as well. They will not appeal. And that's 1 ball and 1 strike. So Birch, who has gone 2 innings in 4 of his 5 outings this year, might have designs on taking this game into the 9th inning and then passing the torch. A ball and a strike to Brown. Glide right-hander kicks, and the pitch is fouled back this way and over our heads for strike 2. 7-11-0 for Tulsa. 1-2-1 for Arkansas. Travs came in today 6 wins against 7 losses, losing their last 4. The Tulsa Drillers, 9 wins, 4 losses. With a 1-game lead over Springfield in the North Division. There's a 1-2 from Jason Birch. Brown, a check swing line drive foul into the second level of seats up in the first base grandstand. Actually got a decent amount of people up there for a steamy, somewhat wet Thursday night. That our attendance announced today is 2,295. Not many of them still around. A ball and 2 strikes on Brown, trying to not wear the collar. Here's the pitch from Birch. Low and away, 2-2. The display by Jiménez is the most dominating pitching display we have seen by any pitcher against the Travelers over the season's first 14 games. And Jiménez seemed to put the ball where he wanted it at almost all times. 2-2 to Brown, ball 3, low and outside. No other starting pitcher had struck out more than 7 batters in the game against the Travs this year. And then you go to Jiménez, who struck out an average of 2 batters per inning over his 6 innings for an even dozen. Here's the 3-2 to Brown. Swinging a chopper off his foot, foul. And Brownie will get at least another pitch here with a 3-2 count as he leads off the bottom of the 7th inning. Drillers 7, Travelers 1. Tulsa heads out to Springfield right after the game. They run a series starting tomorrow at 7:10 at Hammond Field. They'll have a 5-game set. Travs welcome Wichita into town starting tomorrow. 3-2 pitch. Brown will stay alive with another foul ball. Chopped it into the seats at third base. Still 3-2. pitching matchup for the upcoming series. And remember, the Travs beat Wichita 4 of 5 games last week at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Jesse Smith will pitch tomorrow for the Travelers against Junior Herndon. Herndon 1-1 with a 1.80 ERA. Smith has looked good a couple of times. Another 3-2 to Brown, and that one's driven deep but foul to left field. Home run distance, but foul by a good 60 feet. Brown has fouled off 5 pitches here in the 7th inning, forcing Jason Burks to work a little overtime. And we start to discount all the food. Pizza's been discounted. Hot dogs yet? When's the PBR going to $1? Yeah, that'll be soon. Another 3-2 to Brown. Fouled straight back again. 9 pitches in this at-bat. And Brown doing everything he can to try to get on base. Brown taps the bat on home plate. Shiny black piece of wood. Birch fiddling around on the pitcher's mound. Now toes the rubber, looks over the left shoulder. Right arm wiggles back and forth. Brown will bring the bat back. Waits for Birch. He's at the stretch. The kick, the 3-2. Slider, blow, ball 4. Nice job by Matt Brown reaching base. Never lost focus there. Fouled off 4 consecutive 2-strike pitches and then takes the base on ball. So that's the 3rd walk issued by the Drillers. And here's Mike Elwood. Elwood struck out twice in 2 at-bats against Jiménez. And just like Brown, once looking, once swinging. Tulsa ahead 7-1. Bottom of inning number 7. So if the Travs are going to make a move, hopefully they've got one here. First pitch to Elwood. Swing and foul ball into the ground. In front of that changeup, he pulled it too far. Strike 1. Elwood 3 for 13 in the series. He struck out 7 times. And Birch into the stretch with an 0-1 count. Pitch to Elwood is grounded hard to the third baseman Bernier. Up with it, on with it to the second baseman McCree. Over to first, double play. Well, just another case. Bad luck for the Travs. Elwood was all over that pitch. Unfortunately, he drilled it right into the third baseman Bernier's glove to start the 5-4-3 double play. Here's Bobby Wilson. Wilson, the only Traveler to make it on base 2 times tonight. The 2nd inning single, 5th inning walk, and he also scored Arkansas's only run. Pitch on the way to Wilson. Swing and a miss, way in front of a breaking ball, strike 1. Drillers ahead by 6. No one on for the Travs in the 7th inning. And Birch coming home. Swing and a miss, and same pitch, off-speed breaking ball, and Bobby in front of it. No balls, 2 strikes. Birch will try to strike out the 13th batter of the night. Hicks deals. Wilson takes it outside for ball 1. Saturday, Daniel Davidson is back to action. He'll take on right-hander Sung Song. Stephen Shell pitch on Sunday against Ryan Snare. Snare 2-0, but an 8.43 ERA. 1-2 to Wilson is a curveball for strike 3, called at the knees. Wilson turns to the plate umpire, and just as many of the other Travelers shows his disagreement. 13th Traveler batter to strike out, and the 7th inning comes to a close. We're going to take it to the 8th. It's the Drillers 7 and the Travelers 1 on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Ameripride Services is the linen and apparel company to get your team into a professional uniform program. Ameripride features a wide range of high-quality custom programs for the manufacturing industry, hospitality and food service, medical or dental uniforms, and professional and executive wear. Call 664-5575 to schedule a presentation with an Ameripride consultant. Also specializing in the finest quality table linen, rental mats, and restroom services. Call 664-5575 for Ameripride, the official garment supplier of the Arkansas Travelers.
Here's the line that picks on the way, and you can catch the Traz online at www.trans.com. The Arkansas Travelers have one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Traz game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Traz online at trans.com. Purchase tickets, grab souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you could buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.trans.com.
ADXE North Little Rock.
Top of inning number 8 now at Ray Winder Field, and the Tulsa Drillers cruising to a 7-1 lead over the Travelers. I'm Phil Elson here on Little Rock 1380, ESPN 1380 and minorleaguebaseball.com. It's been all Drillers since the start. Travs managing only 1 run on 2 hits. The Drillers 7 runs on 11 hits. The story of the game was Ubaldo Jiménez, who struck out 12 hitters, 6 innings of work. One of the other stories is a little bit of a inconsistent strike zone by our unnamed plate umpire. Jordan Zarnicki will lead off the 8th inning here. Against Bobby Zimmerman. Zimmerman faced 2 hitters and set them both down in the 7th, and he starts this inning with a ball to Zarnicki low. He's 2 for 4. As we've mentioned a few times throughout the year, minor league umpires are striking. Here's a pitch. Zarnicki takes ball 2. So the Texas League and every other minor league has been asked and pretty much forced to use local umpires. 2-0 to Zarnicki is fouled into the ground off to the third base side. 2-1. Every umpire that's been working games in the Texas League, at least, I know that they've had either professional experience in the minor leagues or they've worked in the college ranks. So it's not like this is their first games ever working behind the plate. There's a 2-1 to Zarnicki. High and inside, ball 3. But there's also been a rule handed down that the umpires' names will remain anonymous, at least in the ballpark, to the media, writers, broadcasters. 3-1 to Zarnicki. Hit in the air, dead center field, and a speedo back as it measured. About 10 feet back he went to make the catch, and there's 1 away in the 8th, and Zarnicki 2 for 5. That's why at the start of the games, I mean, I very much dislike just using the term first base umpire and third base umpires. We give them fake names. Today, Cale Varnson, Kenny Banya, Art Vandelay. If you caught your reruns of Seinfeld, you know where that's from. These guys are pretty much unnamed, faceless men in black. Hits to Ian Stewart, high and outside, ball 1. Stewart's 1 for 4. He's been hit or miss with the umpires, in all honesty. 1-0 to Stewart. Fouled away. Take into account what happened yesterday. I just think that the umpires didn't understand what the rules were, and Ty Boykin asked the plate umpire to check on Josh Newman's mitt, the pitcher, because he had a white mark on the mitt that was distracting to the batters. In the rule book, it says you cannot have that. Here's a 1-1 pitch from Zimmerman, and Stewart takes it outside, 2-1. For the plate umpire, he just let him keep that white streak on the glove, and it distracted Traveler batters. Here's a 2-1 to Stewart. Outside, ball 3. And all that was going on while Brandon Wood was at the plate. Time had been called as he took his strike. While Ty Boykin asked the umpires to talk about this, here's a 3-1 to Stewart. And it's a strike on the outside corner. So as they called timeout, as Wood took a strike, that first pitch shouldn't have counted. But it did yesterday. They made it count. Apparently the plate umpire had told him that pitch won't count. But then after figuring out he wasn't going to make the pitcher change his glove, he said, well, the pitch is going to count. 3-2 is high and outside, ball 4. So not only, we've got inconsistent rendering of the rule books, or how the rules are interpreted by some of the umpires. The Travelers coaching staff has complained a little bit about balk rules not being called correctly. And you're always going to have people complaining about the strike zone, whether it's professional minor league umpires, the guys that are replacements. Pitch on the way to Koshansky, strike 1 called. Koshansky has walked, struck out, singled, and grounded out. 1 for 3, considerably quieter than yesterday when he homered twice and hit 2 doubles. 7-1 Driller, top 8, 0-1 to Koshansky. Swung on, grounded slowly into right field for a base hit. And Stewart will hold at second base on Koshansky's second base hit of the day. This will bring up Thigpen. Thigpen hit by a pitch in the first that forced in a run. Third inning grounded out. Fifth inning walk. Reached on an error by Brandon Wood in the 7th. That hit by Koshansky is the 12th for the Drillers. Pitch to Thigpen is a slider, low, ball 1. The Tulsa team does seem to be very strong. The one place that they are weak in is keeping the ball in the park. 1-0. Thigpen swings through another breaking ball from Zimmerman. Strike 1. Driller pitchers have allowed a league-high 27 homers. You keep allowing balls hit out of the ballpark, it's eventually going to come back and bite you. 1-1 to Thigpen. He's in there for strike 2. Change up. Tailed over the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Thigpen. But look at that. Tulsa has allowed 27 homers. No other team has allowed more than 16. That's Wichita. Somehow the Drillers still 9-4 and a couple of innings away from going 10-4. Hits to Thigpen, stayed high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, another close one. On the other side of the coin, the Trav pitchers, they do a pretty good job of keeping the ball in the park. They've only allowed 9 home runs. Second least amount of the league, but still, they may go to 6 and 8 today. 2-2 to Thigpen is popped out of play. Travelers have also turned 24 double plays, more than any other team in the Texas League. The fielding is slipped a little bit. 19 errors on the season by the Traveler fielders. And the errors seem to have been a big part of the series here against Tulsa. Today, Drillers just able to capitalize on early mistakes by Chris Hunter. Got ahead 3-0 in the second. 2-2 to Thigpen. Look out. He had to duck underneath a fastball. If he would have been hit by that pitch, it would have been the 3rd time hit by a pitch in 2 games. But instead, the count is full with men at first and second and 1 out. And Zimmerman throwing the ball behind his back. The righty set. Here's the 3-2. And he swung and broke his bat. He grounded it foul to the third base coach. Thigpen just swung at ball 4, but he'll go get a new piece of lumber and come out. Drillers leading by 6 runs, 7-1. Thigpen coming up with a brand new bat on the 3-2 count. Zimmerman sets, kicks, deals. And it's fouled off by Thigpen to the first base roof. That'll force a 9th pitch. So Zimmerman has to work hard here to get Thigpen out. 1 out walk puts Stewart aboard. Koshansky then had his second single. And Zimmerman drawing a full count against Thigpen. Into the stretch. Now he kicks and turns to second base and holds on to it. So Zimmerman working a little slowly here, trying to figure out how to get Big Ten out. The big right-hander is ready. Zim's 3-2 is low, and he walks him. That'll load the bases up for the 5th time today for the Tulsa Drillers. Second walk of the inning by Zimmerman. It's the 7th free pass allowed by the Trav pitching staff, and that doesn't even count the 2 men that's been hit by a pitch. The batter is Christian Colonel, and the pitch to Colonel for a strike. Boy, Colonel, you must think that the streets are paved with gold here in Raywinder Field. He's coming to the plate with the bases loaded now for the 3rd time today. Colonel had a 2-run double in the 5th inning, 2 for 3. Pitch on the way, and it's low and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Big Ben hit into a double play with the bases loaded in the 1st. He reached on an infield single in the 3rd, but then knocked a 2-run double in the 5th inning and was hit by a pitch in the 7th. Zimmerman's 1-1 is a breaking ball down low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Action in the Traveler bullpen at the moment. Bill Edwards is getting ready. Zimmerman beginning to labor here. He set down the first 3 he faced, but now 3 men in a row have reached. The 2-1 is a strike called on the inside corner to Colonel. 2-2. Only 1 away here in the 8th inning, and Zimmerman struggling a little bit. Trying to find that release point. Here's the 2-2 to Colonel. A swing and a high fly ball towards the right field corner, slicing away and foul. Had the distance, not the trajectory. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Traveler starter Chris Hunter went 4 in the 3rd today. 5 runs, 9 hits. Michel Simard allowed 2 runs on 2 hits in 2 innings. Zimmerman helped Simard get out of a jam in the 7th. With the bases loaded, Zim came in with 1 out, but did not allow anyone to score. And now he has struggled himself in the 8th today. 2-2, low and outside, and it's a full count. 3rd hitter with a full count here in the 8th inning. So let's see if Colonel figures on going after something. Here's the 3-2 pitch. A swing and a high fly ball deep to right field. That is back towards the fence and off the wall. Stewart scores. Koshansky scores, and Big Ben holds his 3rd. Sliding into 2nd with a double is Colonel to make it 9-1. Second 2-run double for Colonel today. Colonel just missed a grand slam in the 5th inning, and the same thing here in the 8th. Went about away 2/3 of the way up the right field fence. It's 2nd and 3rd, still only 1 out for Matt Macri. 9-1. The Drillers up by 8. And the Travs just taking one on the chin today. It's going to happen. It happens to every team. So Bobby Wilson was out at the mound to speak with him. And here comes Tyrone Boykin out of the dugout. He's got Edwards warming up, and I'm not sure if he's ready yet. But it is somewhat obvious that Bobby Zimmerman right now is having some trouble getting batters out. So he's gone. Zim will just get credit for 1 inning of work before Bill Edwards comes in to replace him. It's an AT&T call to the bullpen, brought to you by AT&T. AT&T, Yahoo, high-speed internet, AT&T Dish Network satellite television, voice services, and Singular Wireless. 4 great services, all from one place. The new AT&T, your world delivered. It's Bill Edwards on in the 8th inning for the Travs, and we'll come back after 60 seconds. Travs trailing 9-1 in the 8th against Tulsa. This is Little Rock, ESPN, 1380.
Kirk Woolsey, we happen to know that you are the world's worst backseat driver, which means, Kirk, that you like to be in control.
So check out ATT.com. You can see all our best deals, like 12 months of true high-speed internet for just $12.99 a month when you order online. If you switch from your old cable company, you can get 3 months free. And with AT&T Account Manager, you can see your account activity, add services, and pay your bills online, all in one place. So that's Kirk's world. For everybody who's not Kirk, if ATT.com can deliver online control to him, it can do the same for you. Switch to the new AT&T at ATT.com, and you'll be in the driver's seat, as long as you're not riding with Kirk. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Tax and levy charges and federal universal service cost recovery CX Plus. High-speed internet will credit applied after 3 months paid service and excludes FUSF cost recovery and other fees. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit att.com/offer details. Not available in all areas.
Fourth Traveler pitcher of the night coming in here. It is Bill Edwards. He replaces Bobby Zimmerman. Zimmerman went an inning, gave up 2 hits, so far 2 runs, walked a couple of men, and struck out 1. Zimmerman is responsible for both the base runners, Pigpen at third and Colonel at second. 5-game series against the Wichita Wranglers starts tomorrow. 7:10 first pitch. Jesse Smith for the Travelers, Junior Herndon for the Wranglers. Gates open 6:10. It's Organ Donor Awareness Night, brought to you by Aurora, the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency. Also, it's Magnetic Schedule Night, brought to you by the Arkansas Oral Health Coalition. Well, it's second and third, 1 out. The infield is up. Matt McCree, the batter. Edwards, hard-throwing righty from Memphis, delivers the pitch, and McCree pops it up behind the plate. Wilson giving chase. It looks like he has room on the warning track, and he makes the catch. Second out, and that'll bring up Chris Ianetta. So Edwards throws just 1 pitch, gets the out. Bill has looked pretty good. In 4 previous outings, he has not allowed an earned run. 1 unearned run, 5 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. 1 win, no loss. The batter is Ianetta, and Edwards' delivery is a little low, ball 1. Ianetta has singled, walked twice, and struck out. Big Ben and Colonel, the base runners. First is open. And a 1-0 pitch is low, ball 2. Edwards into the stretch with a dangerous count. Here's the 2-0 to Ianetta. Swung on and fouled off. Into the parking lot past first base. 2 balls, 1 strike. Oh, looks like that rain we were waiting for it ain't going to come before the game is over. Maybe that's too bad. 2-1 pitch to Ianetta. Outside, ball 3. 70 degrees at the moment in Little Rock. Still predicting thunderstorms later tonight. 80% chance tomorrow. So it should be clear by nighttime. 3-1 to Ianetta. A ball 4 down low, and it's the 3rd walk of the inning. And the 8th walk issued by the Traveler pitching staff today. Doug Vernier now comes up. Every single Driller batter has either walked or reached base with a hit today. Actually, all of them have a base hit. Pitch to Vernier. Strike 1 called. Vernier doubled in the 2nd. Hit into a double play in the 4th. Walked in the 5th. Struck out in the 7th. 0-1. The kick and the pitch from Bill Edwards. Curveball, a little inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Five of the 9 hitters for the Drillers have either walked or been hit by a pitch today. 1-1 is low and outside, ball 2. Things not going very well here for the Travelers. Springfield picked up a 2-1 win over Wichita, so they'd at least keep pace with the Drillers. 2-1 pitch is chopped towards shortstop. Wood will glove it, and he'll throw on the run to first base for out number 3. Side retired, 2 runs for the Drillers on 2 hits. And they leave the bases loaded. That'll take us to the bottom of the 8th. Set 9-1 Tulsa here on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
AgPro knows your patience. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Trams and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Monday. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom 8, Drillers 9, Travelers 1 here in Raywinder Field. Bill Elson with you on Little Rock, ESPN 1380. Join us tomorrow for the start of hopefully a much better series. Travs played very well against the Wichita Wranglers last week, taking 4 of 5 games from Wichita. And the Wranglers today suffered a tough defeat at the hands of Springfield. Wichita had a 1-0 lead after the third on a Chris Lebansky home run, but then Reed Gurecki tied it in the fourth with his 5th. And Nick Savinoha with a walk-off homer for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 9th inning, his second, hit it off Nate Holscher. Mark Ruel gets the win. Springfield 2, Wichita 1, and that's the final score. Up to the plate for the Travelers is Jason Espido. Jason Birch delivers, and it's inside ball 1. Espido has struck out and walked today. Birch in his second inning of relief. He walked a man, got a double play, and struck a man out in the 7th. Left-hand batter Espido bounces the bat up his shoulder, and the pitch is grounded foul outside first. 1 ball, 1 strike. So with Wichita losing the game to Springfield today, the Wranglers come into Raywinder Field with 3 wins and 11 losses. 1-1 to Espido is swung on and grounded along the first base line. It's foul once again, a little closer than the last one. 1-2. Springfield and the Wranglers in that 5-game series. Cardinals won 3 of 5. At the stretch is Birch. The 1-2 to Espido is in the dirt. He's able to hold back on the check swing, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So at the moment, Tulsa 9-4, half a game ahead of the Cardinals. Springfield 9-5. Here's the 2-2 to Espido. It is a little up high, ball 3. Over in the South Division, Frisco and San Antonio rained out today at the soda bottle. 3-2 pitch. Espido swings and misses. Pitch was a little bit low, but strike 3. Second strikeout in a row for Birch. 14th Traveler batter to strike out today. Number 8 hitter Greg Porter standing in now. He's 0 for 2. Corpus Christi now rallying again in the 9th, leading Midland 5-2. So it seems that the Rockhounds will drop their third straight. Corpus would win their third in a row. Pitch to Porter. A strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Porter has popped up to short and hit into a double play. And after having a 6-game hit streak, he's hitless in his last 6 at-bats. Birch comes set, righty to lefty. Pitch to Porter is up high, ball 1, 1-1. 9 runs on 13 hits for the Drillers. They have not committed an error, and the Travelers with 1 run on only 2 hits. Wilson a single in the second, Brandon Wood a double in the fourth. Here's the 1-1 to Greg Porter, and that's inside ball 2. So on Monday, the Travelers played 11 innings with no hits after the 6th, and today they've gone without a hit over the last 4 innings. Just going by outs recorded. 2-1 to Porter. Swinging the chopper over the mound, heading up the middle, and the second baseman Macri couldn't field it. It gets past him, and it'll be a 1-out single for Greg Porter. So there's the third base hit of the night for the Travelers. And here's David Gates coming up. Gator, who's seen his playing time dwindle down, is 0 for 2 today, and only 3 hits and 20 at-bats on the season. Struck out in the third. Flied out in the 5th inning. And Birch comes into the set position. No one holding Porter. Pitch is grounded hard past third and into left field. Porter holding his second base. Big pin up clean to the ball, and David Gates has selected the Travelers' 4th base hit of the night. Just past the outreach arm of Doug Bernier, the third baseman. So, still trailing by 8. Aaron Teal up to the plate. Aaron in the leadoff spot has struck out in all 3 at-bats today. 2 on, 1 out. Travs have hit into 2 double plays. He'll wait for Birch. Stretch, and the pitch. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Catcher's going to make the call. Ianetta in front of the plate brings it in for out number 2. So Peel possibly finished this series 0 hits and 17 at-bats. Here's Eric Rodland. Rodland getting his last chance to extend a hitting streak. Came in today with hits in 8 consecutive games. In his 3 at-bats, he has struck out once and grounded out twice. The Drillers leading by 8. Birch into the set. And here is the first pitch to Rodland. It is a called strike on the outside corner. Heavy fastball from Birch. They got a right-hander who'd been throwing a few warm-up pitches this inning in the Driller bullpen. At the moment, he is no longer working. You may see him come on for the night. And 0-1 to Rodland. Swung on, grounded up the middle, but the second baseman McCree has a play. Shuffles over to the shortstop for the 4th out. And that is going to end the inning. Gates forced out 4-6. And so the Travelers, no runs, 2 base hits, 1 left. Heading into the 9th, it's 9-1 Tulsa. This is Traveler Baseball in Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live, make it a better place. Introducing the new ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice. Education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir. What's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Coming back for the ninth inning now at Ray Winder Field, where the Travs trail by 8 runs. The Tulsa Drillers 9, and the Arkansas Travelers 1. Bill Edwards is back on in relief, his second inning of work. Edwards is the fourth Traveler pitcher, and he'll face Troy Tulowitski at the top of the order. So Tulowitski gets his 6th at-bat. And here comes a windup by Edwards. Pitch on the way, and Tulowitski hits a high fly ball deep to right field. Aaron Peel goes back, and it hits the base of the Exxon sign. It is going to be a 2-base hit for Tulowitski, his 3rd base hit of today's game, 7th of the series. 4 have gone for double. Base hit number 14 today for Tulsa, and Tulowitski 3 for 6. Up next, Jordan Zarnicki. Zarnicki is 2 for 5. Singles in his first 2 at-bats, but hitless his last 3. Pitch on the way, curveball, missed, inside, 1-0. Pitch on the way. There's a strike called, 1-1. At the belt is Edwards. 1-1 to Zarnicki. Hit the inside corner, strike 2. One of the best pitches Edwards shows. Big curveball. And he's able to throw it for strikes quite a bit. He's got a herky-jerky motion. Here's the 1-2 pitch. The curve is bounced back to the mound, played by Edwards. He's going to catch the runner between second and third in a rundown. Brown runs him back to second, throws over to Wood. Wood will run Tulowitski over to third base, tag him out. The heads-up base running by Zarnicki as he comes in behind the play and gets to the second base. 1-5 to 6 for the putout. Zarnicki reaching on the fielder's choice. Ian Stewart comes up. Ian Stewart stepping in. 1 for 4. He's walked and singled and scored 2 runs. Left-handed hitter. The pitch to Stewart is at the knees for a strike from Bill Edwards. Bobby Zimmerman gave up 2 runs in 1 inning. Michel Samard 2 runs in 2 innings. Chris Hunter 5 runs in 4 1/3. Edwards comes home. The 0-1 to Stewart is ripped deep to center field, sending Espedo streaking back well over his head. Zarnicki around third base to score the 10th Tulsa run, and Stewart coats into second base with a 2-base hit. So for Ian Stewart, RBI number 12. And now all 4 Traveler pitchers have allowed a run today. The batter is Joe Koshansky. Big left-hander, takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Koshansky has walked, struck out, singled, grounded out, and singled. Both his hits have gone to right field. He's also scored 2 times. A 1-0 pitch. Low all the way to the screen, got underneath Wilson's glove. On to third base goes Stewart on the Traveler's second wild pitch of the night. Traveler pitchers today have walked 7, walked 8, hit 2 batters, thrown 2 wild pitches. It's a very forgettable night. 10-1, the Drillers in front. Stewart at third, 1 out. And Koshansky, chance to pad the stats. 2-0 pitch. Swinging a foul back. 2-1. 10 runs on 15 hits for the Drillers. Travs with 1 run on 4 hits. Here's Edwards 2-1. And it tails outside, ball 3. Edwards sets, kicks, 3-1 pitch, fouled away into the bleachers. I mean, just about anything but a walk now. Even if Koshansky goes deep, the walks are just the most difficult thing, I think, for a pitching coach or a manager or fans to deal with. It prolongs the game and sometimes shows a lack of trust in stuff. 3-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit to left field. Goes over to the gap, but it's cut off by Gates. Stewart trots home for the 11th run, and Koshansky does get that 13th RBI. 2 runs are in here in the 9th. Big game today for Tulsa. A 10-run lead over the Arkansas Travelers. Well, the last 4 games, they've been fairly close, with the exception of losing 5-1 on Tuesday. The Travs have been involved in a 1-run game, a 2-run game, a 3-run game. There's a strike to Thigpen to make it 0-1. This is a 10-run game, a little bit different. Thigpen, 2 walks, hit by a pitch, grounded out, reached on an error. Big curve from Edwards over the plate for strike 2. Edwards comes set, and now the 0-2 is hit high in the air to center field, not deep at all. Esposito in, about 4 steps, he makes the catch, and there's 2 out. Another big curveball from Edwards, and it had the effect he was looking for. Had Thigpen in front of that pitch, and actually a little bit under it. Now 2 away in the 9th for Christian Colonel. Colonel entered this game hitting .195 with no extra base hits and 3 runs batted in. And as Edwards comes home, it's a curve for a strike. Now, after 5 at-bats, Colonel today has 2 doubles, 4 runs batted in. The 0-1, and he swings and misses at strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes from Edwards to Colonel. Koshansky leads away from first base. Edwards delivers it, and it's a curve low and laid off by Colonel, ball 1. Some fans of the ballpark practically begging for Colonel to swing at anything. And here's the pitch. He swings and misses at a curve to end the inning. So Edwards strikes him out, but the Drillers scored 2 runs on 3 hits. They strand a runner, and we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. It's the Drillers 11 and the Travelers 1. This is Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Since 1901, the Arkansas Travelers have been making memories in the natural state, like John Young launching a home run over the Mills Freeway to win the '77 Texas League title. People still talk about the explosive performances of Captain Dynamite or the Travs leadoff batter for the 1976 season, 3'4" Roscoe P. Stidman, and the unbelievable home run heroics of recent Travs Tommy Murphy and Mike Napoli.
And it's a grand slam! Tommy Murphy wins the game with a walk-off grand slam!
Now you, your friends, and family are invited to create some memories of your own as the Travs charge to the 74th and final season at Ray Winder Field.
Double play ends it. The Travs are the East Division champions.
Come share the excitement as the Arkansas Travelers celebrate their history with another winning season. For tickets, call 664-1555 or visit Travs.com.
Henry Morales has hit another ball onto the freeway. Get out of here.
The Arkansas Travelers, still the greatest game on dirt.
Go.
It's the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Travelers trailing by 10 runs, 11-1. Tulsa brings on a new pitcher. They have Gentry Beckstead relieving Jason Birch for the ninth inning. Beckstead, who picked up a win earlier in this series, is a right-handed pitcher with a record of 1-0 and an 8.22 ERA. Jason Birch went the 7th and the 8th for Tulsa. 2 innings, giving up 2 hits, but no runs. Walked 1 batter and also struck out 2. So Beckstead to take it here in the ninth, protecting a 10-run lead. Good game today by the Tulsa Drillers. Drillers with a season-high 16 base hits. Brandon Wood leading off the ninth for the Travs. Wood has gone 1 for 3 today. Double in the 4th inning, the only Traveler extra base hit. Beckstead will work from the stretch. And here is the first pitch. Wood swings and misses at a high fastball for strike 1. Brandon likes those first pitch fastballs. Beckstead ready. Kick on the 0-1 to Wood. Swung on, popped up to the left side of the infield. Bernier coming in from third base. Tulowitski will call him off. And it's the shortstop Tulowitski to make the catch for out number 1. 1 away in the ninth inning, and Wood will finish today 1 for 4. Matt Brown at the plate. Brown has struck out twice, walked 1. Makes his way into the batter's circle with the Travs trailing 11-1. 1 away in the ninth. Beckstead ready. The right-hander's delivery to Brown is high and inside, ball 1. Still haven't seen the Drillers pitchers hit any of the Traveler batters. Not that we're hoping that they do. Here's a 1-0 to Brown. Swung on, fouled back. They have not come up with the idea of retribution at all today. A ball and a strike on Brown. Base is empty, 1 away. Beckstead's pitch is a changeup low, ball 2. At the tail end of a game like this, not too many people left at the ballpark. There are all kinds of interesting things coming out of the stands. Here's the 2-1 to Brown. Swinging a high fly ball deep to the left field corner. Thigpen racing back at the warning track, and he makes the catch right at the track for the second out. Yeah, better get that rally cap on. Mike Elward stepping up. Elward 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a double play. Drillers up by 10 with 1 out to go. Here's Beckstead's pitch, and it's high for ball 1. Never quite felt like the Travs were in this one today. Drillers got ahead early, and they just built on the lead. The way Ubaldo Jiménez was dealing, it would have taken a standout performance by the Traveler pitching staff to keep pace. 1-0 to Elward, swung on, fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Travs and Drillers will play again in May. It'll be a 5-game series in Tulsa, the 13th through the 16th. Pitch to Elward is low and outside, ball 2. That series was supposed to start on Friday, May the 12th, but it's going to be the only ever scheduled Friday off in minor league baseball history. We're going to have the Bedlam game between Oklahoma and OSU at Driller Stadium on Friday the 12th. and then start the series with a doubleheader on the 13th at Driller Stadium. There's a strike downward, 2 balls, 2 strikes. This will be the only trip for the Drillers to Little Rock until the second half of the season. They'll be back here June the 30th. Pitch to Elward, swung on, tipped back off the catcher's mitt. Now Elward will get at least another pitch. Travs will be making 2 trips to Tulsa in the first half. May, and then June 6th through the 9th. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Mike Elward, 2 outs, bottom 9. 11-1, Drillers up by 10. And Beckstead coming set. Elward waiting. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball is grounded between third and short for a base hit. So Elward's on that one, collecting his first hit of the night. 5th of the game for the Travs, bringing up 6-hitter Bobby Wilson. Bobby Wilson has singled, walked, scored the only Traveler run. And last at-bat came in the 7th, and he was called down on strike. Wilson taps the bat on the plate. Waiting for Beckstead to get the sign. He has it. First pitch to Wilson is up high, ball 1. Ubaldo Jiménez struck out 12 batters in 6 innings as the starter. Jason Birch, 2 innings, 2 strikeouts. Beckstead's 1-0 to Wilson is up high again, ball 2. 2-0. Stretch by Beckstead, 2-0 pitch to Wilson. Strike 1 called over the outside corner. 2-1. Still got a couple hundred people sitting at the ballpark waiting to see if anything happens. Either that or just finishing their last beverage. 2-1 to Wilson is up high, ball 3. 3-1. Jason Espedo on deck. Few Driller fans have made it here to Little Rock for the whole series, and we've been hearing them cheer all series long. 3-1 to Wilson. Swung on and driven deep to left field. Thigpen going back to the warning track. He'll look up at the fence, and it is gone. Bobby Wilson's first Double-A home run comes with 2 outs in the 9th. Driller lead now 11-3. So Wilson, who had 2 RBIs coming into this game, gets 2 RBIs with 1 swing of the bat. Jason Espedo coming up next. Espedo, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Beckstead from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Jason. It's outside, ball 1. The 28th home run allowed by the Driller pitching staff. 16th hit by the Travelers. 16 home runs for Arkansas, second in the Texas League. 1-0 to Espedo is fouled back, 1-1. Only the Springfield Cardinals have hit more home runs than the Travs have. And the Cardinals have had 2 homers hit today, including a walk-off shot by Nick Savinola, and hit 22 on the year. Beckstead steps off. It sounds like we got a plane flying overhead. You can't see it on a dark night. Beckstead back into the set position. Here's the 1-1. And that is low, ball 2. Yeah, the pitcher stepped off the rubber every time his flight went overhead at Shea Stadium. We continuously have 5-hour games in Flushing. 2-1. High to Espedo, ball 3. So Beckstead having some trouble getting that last out. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Jason Espedo. Swung on, hit up the middle. second baseman Macri scoops it up, and the throw to first will end this game. So the Tulsa Drillers come into Little Rock. They sweep the Travelers in a 5-game series. And they put a big stamp on it in the last game. The final score, Tulsa 11, Arkansas 3. Come back after these words with the Allstate Insurance postgame report on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discounts you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company. Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey guys, want another beer?
Another what?
Another beer.
I didn't have a beer. Did you have a beer? I don't think so.
Yes, you did. These beers right in front of you? Remember you ordered them from me?
Weird. I mean, I remember eating the wings.
Yeah, the wings were good.
Are you sure we drank the beer?
Look, you guys came in, you ate the wings, you drank the beer.
Huh.
Whatever. You guys want another round?
Of what?
Beer.
Yeah, that sounds great. You want a beer?
I would love a beer. Next time, try the light beer with the taste you won't forget. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380. It's time now for the Allstate Insurance post-game show. Once again, here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Bill Elson.
Tough one tonight for the Arkansas Travelers. They fall to the Tulsa Drillers by a final score of 11-3. Biggest loss in the young season for the Travs and the biggest win in the season for the Tulsa Drillers. Get to the totals here. These totals are unofficial. For the Drillers, 11 runs on 16 hits, no errors, 12 men left. For the Arkansas Travelers, it was 3 runs on 6 base hits with 1 error and 3 men left. Winning pitcher today is Ubaldo Jiménez, record of 1-1. The loss goes to Traveler right-hander Chris Hunter, and Hunter also with a record of 1 win and 1 loss. Only 1 home run in this game, and that was hit by Traveler catcher Bobby Wilson. It's his first of the season. Time of game today is 2 hours 58 minutes, and the paid attendance at Ray Winder Field is 2,295. Getting to the recap of this ball game, the Drillers got out ahead early today with a run on the first against Chris Hunter. Leadoff batter Troy Tulowitski hit a single to start the ball game. That would be followed by a base hit by Jordan Zarnicki to right, and after a pop-up, Hunter walked Joe Koshansky to load the bases. And then Judge Thigpen steps to the plate, and Thigpen hit by a pitch. He was the 7th Driller batter hit by a pitch over this series. And he was hit with the bases loaded, forcing a run in. And so the Drillers had a 1-0 lead, but they would not get another run in the first inning. They would wait until the second when Hunter allowed consecutive one-out singles to 4 batters, Chris Ianetta and then Doug Bernier. Bernier's line drive to right was almost caught by Aaron Peel, but it looked like he lost it in the sun, not the sun and the lights, on the third base lights, and just was blinded a little bit, pulled up, and ball fell in front of him and then behind him for a 2-base hit, sending Ianetta to third. Troy Tulowitski would bring in 2 runs with a base hit to center field, making it 3-0 Tulsa. Meanwhile, Ubaldo Jiménez was blowing Traveler bats away, struck out the side in the second inning. He had 10 strikeouts by the end of the 4th. And by the time the Travs came to the plate in the 5th inning, they were trailing 7-0. Hunter left the game after allowing consecutive one-out singles in the 5th to Stewart and Koshansky. Stewart's base hit gave him an 11-game hit streak.
And then Michel Simard comes in, walks Judd Thigpen, and allows a 2-run double off the center field wall by Christian Colonel. And then a 2-run single by Matt McCree to cap the inning at 4 runs on 4 base hits. And the Drillers had a 7-0 advantage. Travs got their only run against Jimenez in the 5th. He walked Bobby Wilson to start the inning, and then Espedo takes the base on balls. Greg Porter hit into a double play to put Wilson at third base. And then Jimenez throws a wild pitch to bring him in, so it's 7-1 at that point. Bobby Zimmerman pitched in the 8th inning for the Travelers, allowed a 2-run double again to Colonel. And then 2 more runs scored for the Drillers in the 9th, an RBI double by Ian Stewart, and an RBI single from Joe Koshansky. Travelers got their last 2 runs in the 9th against Gentry Beckstead. Bobby Wilson follows a single by Mike Elwood with a home run to left field, first of the season for Wilson. That was the highlight of the game for the Travs. Tulsa wins it 11-3, putting Arkansas with 6 wins and 8 losses, while the Drillers go to 10-4. Coming up next on the Allstate Insurance postgame report, the scores from the Texas and Major League on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better because 2 great companies have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and STC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with voice services, digital satellite TV, high-speed internet, and singular wireless. Learn more at thenewatt.com. Introducing the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
The field crew's starting to get the tarp rolled out as we are expecting some rain in the forecast later tonight. Rain already fell for the Travs today, losing 11-3 to the Tulsa Drillers. Checking the Texas League scores, Springfield with a walk-off home run by Nick Savinoa for a 2-1 victory over the Wichita Wranglers. That gives the Cards 3 wins in the 5-game series, and it keeps them 1 game in back of Tulsa for first place in the Texas League North. Savinoa's second home run of the season came off Nate Holscher in the bottom of the 9th. Reed Gorecki tied the game with a solo shot on the 4th, his 5th, and Chris Labanski accounted for Wichita's only run with his second homer of the season, a solo shot. The Wranglers are having some real troubles this year. 3 wins, 11 losses, and again Springfield up to 9-5, 1 game in back of Tulsa. Corpus Christi with a 5-2 victory at Midland today. That'll give the Hooks first place by themselves at 8-6. Midland drops to 7-7. Aaron Williams was the winner. Sean Cohn took his second consecutive loss, with Highland Figueroa saving his 3rd of the year. The Hooks, 8-6, in first place all by themselves, and that's because the Frisco Rough Riders and San Antonio Missions were rained out today at Dr. Pepper Ballpark, and so the Missions will have to wait to end their 6-game losing streak. They'll start a series tomorrow in Midland. Those are the Texas League scores. Now to the big league scores. There is one final in the National League. Washington walloped the Phillies 10-4 at Citizens Bank Ballpark. Frank Robinson wins the 1,000th game of his career. Nick Johnson had a couple of home runs to salt it away. In the American League, Tampa Bay over Boston 5-1. Johnny Gomes had a couple of homers for the D-Rays. He has 7 this year. Scott Kazmir is the winner. He's 2-1. And Dan Maselli took the save. It was his 4th. The Detroit Tigers were trailing 3-1 going to the top of the 9th inning, but the Tigers rally for 3 and win at Oakland 4-3. Barry Zito would have been in line for the win, but instead gets a no decision. The Baltimore Orioles rally in the 6th for a 9-4 victory over Cleveland. O's scored 6 runs in the 6th inning. Eric Bedard improved to 4-0 with the victory. The Birds got homers from Javi Lopez, his 1st, and the 3rd of the year from Miguel Tejada. 2 homers for the losing Indians, Eddie Perez and Victor Martinez. The Los Angeles Angels 6 and the Minnesota Twins 4 from the Metrodome. Kevin Gregg with the win, 4 innings of relief, and Frankie Rodriguez saved his 5th of the season. In progress at Seattle, Texas and the Mariners 0-0 in the 5th. Cincinnati is ahead of Milwaukee 12-7 in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Phillips, 2 homers for the Reds. Edwin Encarnacion also with a home run. Chad Moeller and Bill Hall have gone deep for the trailing Brew Crew. San Francisco ahead of Arizona. Bottom of the 5th inning, 6-1 Giants. Luis Gonzalez accounting for the only run for the D-backs. 5th home run, a solo shot. And the San Diego Padres lead the Mets 2-1 in the top of the 5th inning. Kaz Matsui hit his first home run of the year for the trailing New York Mets. Those are all the scores from the Texas and Major Leagues, and it's brought to you by the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Southwest Airlines is the official airline of the Arkansas Travelers, and they're available online at southwest.com. Final score tonight from Ravender Field, the Tulsa Drillers 11 and the Arkansas Travelers 3. We'll wrap up the broadcast after this on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible reward. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible rewards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Wrapping up the broadcast from Ravender Field, the Tulsa Drillers with a dominating 11-3 victory over your Arkansas Travelers. And so the Drillers sweep the 5-game series from Arkansas and Tulsa in control in the Texas League North with a 10-4 record, though Springfield is keeping pace 1 game out. Should be a good series starting tomorrow at Hammond Field with Tulsa and Springfield duking it out in a 5-game set. The Travs, meanwhile, will be facing off against the Wichita Wranglers starting a 5-game series tomorrow. Travs are 4-1 against the Wranglers, and tomorrow night it'll be Jesse Smith pitching for the Travs. No wins, no losses, 4.86 ERA. Junior Herndon for the Wranglers, also a right-hander, 1 win, 1 loss, 1.80 earned run average. Now, tomorrow we've got many promotions going on. If you're listening in Cabot or Jacksonville, you've got 3 tickets located at First Arkansas Bank and Trust, McDonald's, Cupid's as well, and that'll get you into the ballpark for free. Also, it's going to be Organ Donor Awareness Night presented by the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency, available online at aurora.org. Their spokesperson, Miss Arkansas Eudora Mosley, sings the national anthem and throws out the first pitch, and the first 1,000 paid fans at the ballpark receive a free Travelers magnetic schedule courtesy of Comcast and the Arkansas Health Coalition Incorporated. Ballpark opens at 6:10 tomorrow. First pitch will be at 7:10. If you can't make it to the ballpark, you can tune in for the ITT Tech pregame show at 6:50. You're on Little Rock, ESPN 1380 and minorleaguebaseball.com. So a big thanks back at the studios to Arlen Horn and to the folks at MILB.com for keeping us on the web. Thank you, fans, for tuning in on a tough night from Ravender Field. The Tulsa Drillers beat the Arkansas Travelers with a final score of 11-3. This is Bill Elson saying so long, and again, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, it is only a game. We'll be talking Traveler baseball again tomorrow night.
Today's game has been brought to you by AT&T, Coca-Cola, Allstate Insurance, ITT Technical Institute, Miller Lite, and Arkansas Federal Credit Union. You've been listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.